I'll just get fucking cracking on them, shall we?
Do it. I'm not going to waste time. Go.
Okay, good. Okay, guys, everyone here, everyone ready? Previously on Darkest Heresy, episode 63, a prick in a wig.
I feel like you pointed that towards me.
Nixius and Alexa were the first to rise, and they partook of breakfast. They both consulted their data slates. There was an awkward silence. Time passed. Alexa, more machine than man, was rarely a social butterfly. And Nixius, jaded and quiet, seemed to be preoccupied. Alexa passed the time as the silence drew on. She tried to design herself a new face. She seemed to lack the artistic flair. Her face would have to do. Now, it was crude. The angles of her metallic components were jarring. Since when did Alexa care for such aesthetics? Was this someone that she was trying to impress? Perhaps she was not so much machine after all. Alexa had a shower. The water was piping hot, not cold, not tepid. Piping hot.
It steamed as soft buns under the dripping water.
Nixius remained silent. He scrolled through the purchases from Ridge Station.
Was he in the shower as well?
His mind elsewhere. No, he was not in the shower. At least I thought I would have forgotten that bit. That occurred. I have forgotten it in the Swiss cheeses in my brain. I don't remember that bit. Alexa returned. More time passed, and the silence dragged. Intolerably. The recap went cold. Nothing happened. It was getting awkward now. Where was Quintius and Arnold? Something wasn't quite right. Would nobody act? Nixius twigged first. He investigated. Security reported that neither Arnold nor Quintius had returned from the pub last night. Nixius had a bad feeling. He headed out. Alexa followed. The end of the road, aptly named, was closed. There'd been a brawl last night. The inn was in ruin. Ruination. Yes, station authority recognized their associates. They should head to the judiciary department. Nixius had done his homework. Discipline was tight on board the station. There must not be any combat. Instructions were quite clear. It had been specifically requested. Those who caused mischief would face heavy fines or lengthy jail sentences. This adventure was a cash cow for station authority. Nixius was disappointed. He was working with amateurs. Was he the only one who cared about the objective? His colleagues were chaos, unruly, and undisciplined. They arrived just in time to join the hearing. It was a kangaroo court. The evidence was sketchy. Station authority was always going to side with their own. There was no justice to be found here. Video footage was played. Arnold Stormsinger, Athena, Quintius brawled with an orc and multiple mercenaries and soldiers. Chairs and glasses flew around. Screamed the orc, and Arnold screamed "Wah!" in return. Arnold felled a mercenary with a marauder mercenary with a single punch. Comprehensive dental work would be required. And then
Good luck finding a
Station
dentist, mate.
Good luck finding a Dennis or Ridge Station. Oh, dearie me. Just one moment. Station authority descended to restore discipline. Arnold and the orc, Drong, who had been battling fiercely, they suddenly turned and they faced their new foe. In a moment, they changed from enemies to the fiercest of allies, and they charged the peacekeepers and battered them despite being heavily outnumbered. Quintius tried to use all this as a distraction and flee away, but the only exit was secured by station authority. Quintius Espis Tarquinius III did not see the shock maul incoming. They spent the night in the cells. Many counts of grievous bodily harm, drunk and disorderly, repairs and refurbishment, dental work. But most importantly, they broke the rule. There must not be any combat on board Ridge Station. Quintius was not one to take this lying down. He ran his mouth, and the judge was enraged. Order! Order! He demanded. Guilty! He declared. It was stitch up. Quintius hated injustice and authoritarians. You're just a prick in a wig! He screamed. And he was not wrong. But this insult would cost 10,000 thrones more. Contempt of court. Arnold tried to break his bonds, but the manacles were solid. Quintius tried to evade the guards who came to silence him, and he slipped away, and for a moment he nearly snatched the key to his shackles. He was tired, hungover, handcuffed and angry. His fingers fumbled. He missed his chance. Alexa and Nixios left them to it. Send me the bill, said Nixios. He was tired of it all. Then, changed his mind as the bill came through. Leave them to rot, he thought. He could buy a ship, get away from this nightmare. Nixios had begun piecing things together. He had unlocked the puzzle box that was the malevolence, his astute mind and perfect memory. As he inquired about a ship, the Enterprise, he was approached by Kara, the cat monkey, who climbed up upon him and settled around his shoulders. The Enterprise was small, needed work, but Alexa could fix her up, surely. He was warp capable, but without a navigator, would be limited to short jumps. A new path, thought Nixios. A neutral path, away from this mad, heretical ship. Why had he not slaughtered the mutants when he had the chance? Why now did he hesitate? What did he have in common with these chancers? They all seemed wedded to the dark ship. Could they not see? Were they blind? Or did they simply not care? He could leave them behind, turn his coat, abandon Lucius and his insanity. He could take back his agency. Nixius had already split Cell 54 asunder, shattering it beyond repair. Would he now do the same to Cell 53? Was he Spinebreaker's man? The chief, the mole, was known to be at the heart of Lucius's command structure, either a high-ranking officer or one of his acolytes. Was Nixius an inside man, a saboteur? Was this all part of his plan, bringing down the downfall of Lucius through infiltration and guile? No, it wasn't true, surely. In the end,
if it is true, that's fucking good. Fair play for keeping that quiet.
It's like really like the stuff on the
That would be
book. Slow
incredible.
down the ship,
I'm like,
cause
I knew
chaos
it
amongst the
all
crew,
along.
and like virtually disabled us to make us fillable for Spinebreaker. Good work.
The piece is all falling into place. You're a genius, James. You're a genius. We never saw it. We never
saw it come in.
knew.
Never knew.
It was right before our eyes, and we never knew.
The evidence was there for all to see.
We were fools.
Damn that biased broadcasting space company.
In the end, Beauty won out. Nixius paid the eye-watering fines and bar bill, but he neglected a 15% discretionary service charge. Barman of the end of the road received no tip. Kurt had been excellent, attentive. He was clearly not at fault. Pity. 20,000 thrown gelt on a double shot of whiskey. It turned Nixius's stomach. The waste, the inefficiency. It was an outrage. 20,000 thrones, more than many in the Imperium could amass in a lifetime. Alexa, too, wanted to abandon the primary mission. She craved to be away from Ridge Station and to work upon her pet project, Fear Factorum. She would turn the Malevolence into an industrial powerhouse and forge an army at her command. She knew, as did Nixius, that a ground army would be needed before long. It was obvious. But as she went to leave, the cogitator systems kicked in. Logic drives overruling her motor functions. Verboten flashed across her head-up display. Her primary objectives were here, on Ridge Station. Crucial to the success of the campaign, her allies were here, and they needed her help. You must never split the party, Alexa. Everyone knew that. Surely Orm could be trusted for a few days to handle matters in her absence.
The serial killer.
Orm was obsessed. That hasn't been proven. Orm was obsessed with her vision.
Shape-shifting serial killer.
Orm was obsessed with her vision. She was. And Orm worshipped her as a goddess besides. He had an army of engineers at his disposal, industrious and legion. She could hold off from the Fear Factorum for a little while longer, couldn't she? She couldn't just wander off and fuck off ignoring everything that the Inquisitor had commanded her to achieve, could she? You couldn't just fuck it all off! Perhaps she should override her failsafes, just like she did when her cogitators tried to warn her that going onto a rickety boat in full armor and adorned with cybernetics to hunt gators was a bad idea.
Nice callback, Cal.
She could take back her agency. But she would have to travel the docking tunnel alone. Return to the ship. Return to Mother. Alone. Would Mother be happy to see her? Or would she try to kill her again? Just hard to be sure. No one knew what Mother would do. Alexa decided.
Again. I'm just a plaything of an evil ship.
Alexa decided to stay. Maybe if she was a little more diligent here, took a little more time and focus, she could find something to improve the Fear Factum's potency. She was sure of it. In the end, they both let duty drive them. They paid off station authority. They began making decisions in rapid succession. They would assist the Squat Kingdom purchase their armory of bolt weapons. And they still had a few 100,000 thrones left. There were still things they'd fought to buy, a few last chances to boost the expedition. But a malaise had settled upon them. Constant bickering, the overwhelming number of choices, foul styrics and oppressive station authority. They were sick of Ridge Station. It had sounded wonderful. Rogue traders with a fortune at their back, but it was all numbers and spreadsheets, compromises and conflict. Soon,
Just like
soon
work.
soon they would be done with this place. It was hard work. Soon they would head back towards the miasma. That is where we shall begin today's game, gentlemen.
Alan,
Hello, sir.
nice intro.
That
Mum
was a
saw a
nice
photo
intro.
of you with me, lot, and Gibbon. She says, "He's a nice looking lad."
Who's me or who said that?
You, my mother.
Oh, your
Mum complimented
dear.
you on your good looks.
Yeah. So is she available, mate? I could become your new father, and I can ground you. Take your inheritance.
Oh, Daddy Alan.
Well,
You can call me daddy.
I mean, I don't think my dad's got too many years left on him.
Oh, I could get him out there. Are they? Oh dear. Oh dear. But yes, I'm.
Tommy Bear.
Next week on Pimp My Mum.
Oh dear. Fantastic. Yes, I look forward to grounding you, Hayden.
So did everybody else until it failed.
Oh dear. Right. Okay. So I'm going to start us in today's game, gentlemen. I'm going to send before we start. I'd like to send a message. I'm going to send a message to on Messenger. I'm going to send a message to James. Going to send a message to Hayden.
Oh,
Oh
kiss me soon.
no! I'll send a message to Dave.
Ooh.
Who's that ringing? People, Alan Connell. Oh, Alan Connell's ringing.
So we're starting at the very beginning of day 4 of Ridge Station. So yesterday you had finalised a few purchases. You had agreed to go and aid the Squat Kingdom. You had busted your men out of jail, paid off all the fines. It'd been exhausting. Quintius and Athena have both been battered. So Arnold's taken a few blows, but he's looking a bit better off. But in general, it was an exhausting, somewhat demoralising day. And you will wake up at the start of day 4, and it shall be Alexa who is the first to rise, as ever. Alexa, you go down into there's a bay area that's connected via the flimsy Plastech docking tunnel to the Malevolence itself. And this is your base of operations. Yesterday you were sat here with Nixios, and you were waiting for Quintius and Arnold to return. So again, there's a light breakfast has been set up for you on the table.
Cool.
This morning, you've arrived alone. There's no sign of anyone, and this is often the case, as you are often the first to rise. So, is there anything you would like to do? Would you like to partake of a little breakfast? Anything in particular you would like to do?
I'd like to contact Mother.
Like
If
to
I can.
contact Mother? Well,
Yeah.
it's a difficult one, that one, in the sense that. So, what happened before? So, how you've always contacted with Mother normally has been through like a sort of a direct connection, a direct meld. So, you've done this a couple of times. There's a direct port on the bridge itself, and there's another. You found like a secret room, which was direct. You were put onto this room by Mother herself, leading you there with the servo skulls. And normally, that's how you would talk with her. You would have this direct connection. Now, on the way out of Malevolence towards Ridge Station, Mother actually made contact with you via Nixis's servo skull called Pumpkin. And this was very, very risky. She'd never done this before, so she was contacting you via Vox itself rather than this direct connection. And the thing is with Vox is it's not really a secure way of, anyone could have perhaps listened in and incepted that Vox. Mother put herself at risk by contacting you in that way, because Mother is surely an abomination.
No, surely not.
And and heretical. So she, it was very risky. It's the first time she'd ever contacted you over Vox. Now, so that's the situation where you've been in. So contacting her, you're not quite sure. Maybe the best way would be to do it through Pumpkin again, because there was a connection on that way. Pumpkin will be with Nixius himself. But in general, the safest way to contact Mother is to actually plug directly into the ship and contact her via this kind of mind meld.
How
And
many
that would
days?
by
How many
being on the
days? How many days has it been? Because I said I'd be 3 days.
Okay, so Alexa, when you're on the when you're thinking you're computing, so Lucius himself asked you to be done within 3 days, ideally 4 to push. But he said if you went up to 5 days, that would not jeopardize. It would surely scupper the whole campaign. So he's put a time limit on your adventures of 5 days as a hard limit. But ideally, he'd say be back within 3 days. Now you're at the start of day 4, which means all the repairs are now done. You've got a couple of hours, and you could still leave within this 3-day window.
Yeah,
I think you arrived about, let's say, 10 or 11 o'clock on the first day.
yeah. I'm gonna get ready. I'm gonna get ready to leave.
So if you left straight away, you'll be within that 3-day limit. I'd like you to make a logic test, Alexa, at plus 10 or plus 10, please. Yeah, if you'd be so kind, logic at plus 10. We go.
Logic. Oh yeah. Oh, logic's not great. She's irrational.
You've not got good logic? That surprised me.
Yeah.
Oh, we'd have got logic. We'd have got logic. Let me just double check. 'Cause I thought you'd bought that.
It's still. Oh, I see. I say that's.
No, you haven't bought logic.
No.
That's a pass, Alexa. So Alexa, you ponder over. You you can't help but think, Alexa. Although you consider leaving, you can't help but think that there may still be a few things left on board, something that you might have missed, something that might still improve your chances of making the Fear Factorum as good as possible. And this will be your last chance to spend any of the money that remains. There's still a couple 100,000 thrones. This will be your last chance to take advantage of the station. So you just have a little thought that maybe there is something that you would improve either your personal fortunes or the fortunes of the Factorum itself. So you have that logical thought as you ponder, as you start getting your stuff ready to leave. Would you like a shower this morning, Alexa?
Yeah, after breakfast.
Piping hot again?
Yeah.
Good, very good. Very good. Glad to hear it. Okay, so you have a bit of breakfast. You get your stuff ready to leave. You don't generate much mess when you arrive at places, Alexa, so it won't take you long to get your stuff together and prepare to leave. So okay, so a bit of time passes, but it's still on you, Alexa.
He's going to again try and design a face.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay. Yes.
Okay.
So I'd like you, please. So you have a bit of breakfast, have a piping hot shower.
Yeah.
About 45 minutes has passed now, and you get your data pad out and you start to have another go at designing yourself a face. You tried this yesterday and you had a quite difficult time of it.
She's trying to she's going to try and remember what she looked like before.
Oh, okay. I'm going to try and remember what she looked like before. Okay. Right, so this is your second attempt to design a face. Can't help but feel that maybe there's a bit of a blind spot here. I'm going to ask you to make an armor smith, but this time it's going to be at minus 30.
Yeah.
Hey, again, you're idly scrolling around your data pad. You're trying to remember what you look like, trying to design yourself a face.
She can't remember.
Perhaps you've lost something when you took that bullet to the head, or perhaps you need to find someone who's more artistically inclined than yourself. You can't help but feel that you need to find someone else to help you design your face. Someone who has a certain talent that you do not. Perhaps this isn't what you are meant to do. There's lots of things you're very talented at, but this seems to be sitting in a bit of a blind spot for you, Alexa.
Plastic surgery is not one of them, essentially. So.
You just need to find perhaps an artiste. You need to find an artiste.
Yeah.
Variety.
Okay, I'm going to do that. I'm going to. Oh, like Quintius, could he draw?
I don't know. You'll have to ask him.
You need to find
But
someone.
he isn't here, Alexa.
Please.
Oh,
Hey, about another 30 minutes passes as you frustratingly try to design your own face. But this face will have to do for now. It's the only face you've got.
He
It's
just
not
ends up
that
like
bad a face.
she just ends up scribbling on her data slate, and then like almost like a little tear comes down her face because she can't do it. She's frustrated. She's not used to failing in a quest, in a task.
Yeah, it's frustrating this because you're so good and so talented at so many things. This
But
seems
not
to be
it.
eluding you.
No face.
No face, but what we make.
That's it, man. That was awesome. I like it.
Hey, what are you doing, Alexa?
Yeah, just doing that and then preparing to leave. That's all.
Okay. All right. Okay. So you get yourself completely ready to leave. You fail at face designing. You have some breakfast. The recaf is going cold. It's still on you, Alexa. About another quarter of an hour's passed. Now what are you doing?
Like some
Late
exercises.
night. Some exercise. All right. Okay. Light exercises. Okay.
Yeah, some stretches,
Some,
bit of yoga,
squat, a few squats, maybe.
maybe.
Have another logic.
So.
Have another logic test, please, Alexa. This one at plus 30.
Okay. The logic's terrible.
I don't know. I'm surprised you not got logic. I maybe tried to talk you into it, and you
Right. That makes no
overruled
sense.
me. I'm logical.
That is illogical. My
Okay, Alexa, you do do a bit of yoga. If you limber
terrible.
up, feeling good, you're in good, feeling good shape. That's great. This goes on. You maybe have about 30-minute workout. So yeah, it's now about 9:15 in the morning. I'm sticking on. What are you doing now, Alexa?
He's going to get changed into something practical, comfortable, and yeah, and what's the word? Tight.
Tight. You're gonna get some tight clothing. Okay. Okay, Alexa, you get dressed. It's fairly quick for you to get dressed. The time is now 9:25 a.m. Alexa.
Okay.
Still no
She's
sign of your companions.
She's got no weapons with her, has she? So we've left all the weapons.
Well, you've got like I think it's basically the weapons you're not allowed to bring on Ridge Station are things like the Final Darkness or Heavy Stubbers. So it's the big guns that are not allowed. You are not allowed to take them through ship security. So you're on the other side of ship security in this little bay. But I don't think Alexa's ever really struggled with the fact that she's got like a las pistol or something anyway, right?
Yeah.
So
She's gonna look at that. While she's waiting for this, she's just gonna strip that down and clean it and just get look at it and see if there's anything that she can improve on it.
okay. I would like you to make a armor smith. Plus 10 for this one because you are so familiar with this las pistol. This is the original las pistol that you started with all that time ago. On Orpheus 4, it's a Lexa pattern. It's one you designed yourself. You also take
Smith, Trade Smith, isn't it? Trade Smith.
No. It's Trade Armorer is the one you want.
Ah, yeah.
Smith is like making buildings or tanks and stuff. Yeah, plus 10, please.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you strip it. I mean, there's no difficulty involved with stripping apart this weapon. You take it apart like you've done many, many times before. Everything exactly as it should be. So it was put together perfectly the time before, and you reassemble it, and you think it's already as efficient as it can be.
Okay, cool.
I'm just going to pop downstairs. I'm just going to get myself a drink, and I shall rejoin you guys shortly.
Cool. I don't know about you guys, but I am itching to get back onto the Malevolence. I can almost taste it.
I can't wait to sell people some gruel.
Yeah, we've got the supplies, we've got guns, we've got everything. We've got a bit of everything. I can't think. There's probably something that we've missed, but
I don't know, being an orc captain, maybe.
yeah, try and smuggle him on board or something if we can.
Well, I mean, like, I could take an orc ship, but the dwarves don't like.
That would be pretty awesome, but that would be splitting the party slightly.
Well, I know. I've been given command of an orc ship if I want it. It's
that is a tempting
it's
offer.
like Arnie flies off into the distance and causes orc chaos around the world. Meanwhile,
Go take
Boris, the nerd, takes his place.
I mean, the ultimate fleet, the Imperium working alongside orcs.
It's now around 9:45. Quite late, Alexa. Still no sign of your companions. Where is everybody? They all attempting to sleep away the day.
Checking the time and
Checking their sweet time. The recaf is cold, Alexa. What are you doing?
She comes in like Alexa.
Comes in the group.
Yeah, Alexa, it's still 43. Are we going? Are we going? Are we leaving now?
Okay, you comes in. There's no answer on the comms. No one responds. What are you doing, Alexa?
She sighs, a deep metallic sigh, and then she fucks off back to the level. Takes the stuff, gets on the thing, and goes back to the Malevolence.
Oh dear. Oh no. Okay, so you're going to head back to the ship itself on your own.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Right. Oh dear. Right. So I would like you. So you. I'm just going to one sec. I'm going to draw a little map up. There's a long, flimsy Plastech docking tunnel, and
It's alright. I've got fate points though.
Do you? Are you sure?
No.
Is that true?
No, probably not. Maybe, I don't know.
It doesn't feel true.
Doesn't feel true.
No, it doesn't feel true, does it? No.
Okay.
It really doesn't.
And there's a little golf cart that waits for you, Alexa.
No, she doesn't.
And you abandon your companions, and again, verboten flashes up on your heads-up display. Your objectives are here. Your allies are here. You're splitting the party, Alexa. Are you sure you want to leave them all behind?
Override.
Are you sure you want to do that?
Overriding.
Okay, you override them. And I'm just going to put you onto another little map. As you get onto its little golf cart, and it starts, and there's this little tinny music, and it's like music perhaps, and the golf cart goes agonizingly slow. Oops, that shouldn't be there. Along the Plastech tunnel. And yeah, it's very, very slow, and off it heads. You are on your own. I would like you to make, please, as you head into the Plastech tunnel on your own, back towards the ship, back towards Mother. I'd like you to make a fear test.
A fear test. Is that willpower? Is it?
Willpower, yes, I believe it is.
Okay. It's going to be okay.
Going to be okay. You get a jolt of fear. You're scared of Mother, you realise.
Override.
But you shunt the fear response into your agitated banks quickly. There are advantages to being more machine than man sometimes, and this is one of them. Right, that is where we shall leave you for the moment, Alexa. Heading back towards the ship and splitting the party.
Not that far. It's only a bit of plastic tubing splitting us.
At the cold embrace of space, it's fine.
It's the metaphorical splitting that's more important, Johnny, not the distance.
It's the principle, Jonathan. Okay, Quintius.
Hello.
You're awake. Your head It's fuzzy. You are in pain. You feel like you've been put through the fucking ringer, the blender, the meat grinder, and in a way you have. You're not a especially physical man. You've been involved in a bar brawl with trained soldiers and also with orcs. You've been battered with a shock maul. You've been subjected to the indecency of a kangaroo court. So you are
Rizzle.
heavily wounded.
You don't know what a kangaroo dildo does.
I think you can. I think you can deduce it. So, where
Hops in,
was
hops out.
Just a normal
Hops
night
in, hops
back
out.
in Hive Tarsus for Quintius, really.
Okay, it's pretty tame kangaroo dildos. Right.
Yeah,
So where are we?
You got worse.
Where were we?
They don't even
Got a
have
little-
barbs
got a
on
little
them.
pou- They've got a little pouch with a smaller one in there. You know what I mean? The other bit.
I like the electrode version myself.
Electrode.
Oh, Quintius, you wake up. You feel like you've been passed through the meat grinder. Your sleep was of no benefit whatsoever, and you're currently on one level of fatigue due to the ordeals of yesterday. You wake up groggy. Look at the time. You must have overslept, Quintius.
Oh, fuck. Where am I?
What are you doing? You're in your own. You've each got a little room, which is attached to the bay, and this is your base of operations on Ridge Station. It's on the periphery of Ridge Station itself, connected with the Malevolence, but away from the station proper.
Right. I'm going to get up and get my combead and go, Quintius to everybody. Is anybody there? I hope you haven't left me alone on Ridge Station. Fuck this place.
Of course, they wouldn't do that to you, Quintius. No one would abandon you.
Don't leave me home alone like Kevin.
Lexa, Quintius's slightly panicked voice comes through. You've been travelling down the docking tunnel for a couple of minutes thus far. It's about a 15 to 20 minute journey down this docking tunnel at the speed it's going.
I'll come
yeah.
in. I'm heading back to oversee the unloading of the trade goods.
Heading back. What? Where's everyone else? Why is it so late? Why does my head hurt? Arnold, are you there?
It's because you are running at 35% efficiency.
Nonsense! I'm always running at least 83% efficiency. Excuse me, I think I need to throw up.
There's no response from Arnold, by the way.
Fucking stupid fucking kilt wearing... Nixius! Nixius, are you there?
No response from Nixius either.
Fuck! Oh, I've made my balls up of this. Right, I'm going to get dressed.
Okay, you're going to get dressed.
These aren't my pants!
Quintius, you get dressed. It seems to take a lot longer than it should do.
Find a pair of Ultram.
You know how to get dressed. You know how to get dressed, Quintius. You're a grown man.
Yes, but there's no one here to help me. Like, normally, Jeeves would be pulling up one side of my trousers. Fucking hell. Yeah, I'm just going to get dressed. And I'm going to keep calling Arnold every couple of minutes.
Okay. No response from Arnold while you get dressed. Alexa, you continue to head down the docking tunnel.
Is the music soothing?
Well, not really. It's kind of annoying.
Yeah. Okay. Can I just try? I'm going to turn down my my hearing.
Turn it down. Yeah, you can do that. That's not a
Yeah.
problem.
Putting dampers on.
Okay, good stuff. All right, and it's.
Am I allowed to respond, Quintius?
No, not yet. I'll tell you, Alexa. I'll tell you when to come in. If you do. But no, it's not for you, not you yet, mate. So Quintius, you get up. There's no one responding on comms. Not Nixius, not Arnold. You head out of your room into the bay itself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, everyone's got their own little room, but Alexa has already abandoned Ridge Station, it would appear. But no sign of Arnold or Nixios.
Right.
What are you doing?
I'm going to go and start knocking on doors to the various little cells.
Okay, which door are you going to knock on?
Do I know who's in which?
Yes, you do.
Yeah, okay. The one that I think Arnold should...
You've got like basically... Oh, you've also got Athena's door as well.
Yeah.
She's also not responded, I should say. We keep forgetting about Athena, but
I
she's an
don't.
important, valuable member of the team.
I don't forget about my fake
I
wife.
do. I'm the GM.
I'm going to knock
Okay,
on
so,
Arnold's door to start with.
Okay, you knock on Arnold's door to start with. Arnold, you had a great day yesterday. A great day. Proper combat. How you have craved it for so long. You were a warrior. You were not made for this horse trading. You're not a fucking tease made. You were a warrior, a fighter.
Oh, he's
You
a
were
tease,
built
all
for
right.
combat. You were built for combat, and you
Skulls and
partook.
cake. Skulls and cake. What? I mean, skulls.
Skull
And
cake.
it was a glorious battle, a bar brawl of the ages, and at your side, fighting against the Dread Orcs, who are worthy foes, was Athena, who is a stormtrooper assigned to your group, and she's acting as Quintius's fake wife. But she's a stormtrooper. She is a a strong and powerful woman, and she got in there against the orc while you were battling in front. She elbowed, kneed, raiding punches on the Xenos. You have fought together. She was by your side. She took a thunderous blow. She took a real punch from that orc, and her face was a mass of bruises. But she stood. She is a warrioress, and Arnold, you're quite partial to her. You've already propositioned her before. And that night, instead of going to separate rooms, we both have gone back to your room, and you spent a night together. It was most enjoyable. But we won't dwell on that. We'll fade to black. And as you wake up in the morning, comms beads discarded, you decide to re-enjoy each other's company.
They wrestle.
And you, for your happy love
I
time,
need to make an endurance test.
oh, Arnold, you do not. Arnold, you get for your happy fun time. You get a temporary fate point for this game. So this guy must be using this during this session. So you and Athena, you're currently lying in each other's arms. You've lost track of the time. She still, looks quite wounded from battle, but you are filled with the glory.
I've licked the wound clean.
I'm sure you have. So yeah, I mean, there's something about going into battle and winning and coming out the other side, that glory of life. And
What a warrior!
And then there's a knock on the door. Arnold, what are you doing? Athena looks up.
1 minute. I'll get up, start bollock naked with my morning glory on show, and get the door halfway just so I can see my morning glory, my beamingly happy face, and go, "What is it, Quintius?"
Hey, Quintius, you see half of a naked Arnold.
Okay. First of all, can I see Athena from here?
Are you just holding the door ajar, are you?
No, I'm just holding it a little bit with enough room for my head and my knob sticking out.
All right, I'm gonna go.
Okay, so at the minute you haven't got a good view.
And a bit of leg.
Good morning, Arnold. Good morning, Arnold.
Good morning. Yeah. I'm a little bit busy here, Quintius.
So I see. I mean, do you need some hand cream or something? I have a supply.
Just spits in my hand.
I don't really have a supply. What sort of man do you think I am, Arnold? Don't answer that. Anyway, look, Alexa's gone back to the ship. It's getting on a bit. We're supposed to be back aboard the Malevolence. So come on, finish yourself off or whatever you're doing, and let's be getting a move on, shall we?
Is there any food on the table?
Yeah. You see, there's a bit
food.
of breakfast laid out on the table. Yeah, there's a table outside of your rooms and the main bay bit. There's a little table with some food.
Quintius.
The recap has gone cold though.
No word to anybody. But Athena, do you want some food?
What the fuck? Are you shagging my wife?
Fucking shut up, Quintius.
Sorry.
Quintius.
I get carried away. I sometimes get confused when I'm in character about what's reality and what's not. Sorry.
He'll fucking grass on us. He'll grass on us.
I won't.
Shush.
I won't. Honestly,
Really professional.
I just need to drop this whole pretense of being a fucking rogue trader, and then I'll forget all about it. I'll go find Nixius. You two fill your faces or whatever you're going to do, and I'll just eat
I'll
a
join
bit
you
of
for breakfast. Give me 15 more minutes to get
15.
dressed.
That's impressive.
Yes. What do you mean?
Okay.
A pure Fenrising can last 6 hours.
I'm not sure that's physically possible.
Anyway, he closes the door on that statement. Then
Are
goes
you
back
picking
into
up
the
and
room.
getting out of the way of the door, though?
I don't. Oh, I do.
Arnold traps
Pure-
himself in the latch.
Making a
A
joke.
real Fenrisian makes sure his tackles
Make a dodge
always
roll.
on hand to be useful.
Make a penis dodge roll, please.
What?
Yeah. Right, in that
Are
case,
you
I'm going to go
serious?
to Nixius's
I'm
door.
making a dodge roll.
No, I'm
Yeah,
sure you're not that
doesn't get
clumsy
caught in the door. Come on.
I don't castrate me.
Please.
Don't castrate me with my free fate point.
Make the
Arnold is a warrior with combat
Cruel.
tactics. He knows to put his
I
knob
like. I mean, that is the darkest of heresies.
staff from Rich State.
Hit me where it hurts, Alan. Hit me where it hurts.
I'm sadistic. Sadistic, but not quite that sadistic. Arnold, you without you are wise man, combat proficient. You avoid trapping your knob in the door. And you go back to Athena, and you find something else to trap it in.
Perfect.
Okay, so Quintius, you leave, and you sure you can hear sounds as you walk away from Arnold's door. You definitely hear sounds.
6
Head
over
hours.
to-
Ridiculous.
Like two bears wrestling away.
Pairs.
Yeah, that's how I'd like to imagine it. Like the beating each other in aggressive sex because they're both warriors.
Like
Anyway,
Klingons.
enough about that.
You can't help but blush a little bit, Quintius. You knock upon the door of Nixios.
I knock on Nixius's door. Knock, knock, knockety, knock, knock.
Knock, knock, and the door opens slightly.
Ah, Mr. Nixius, give the door a shove.
There is no sound from within the door. What's he
He's
doing?
been adult napped. I'm going to creep into the room and have a look round.
Okay. Hey, you creep into the room. I'd like you please to make an awareness test at +10, sight-based.
Basically, it's upside down like Batman.
At +10.
Slept upside down like Batman.
0.8 degrees of success.
Yes.
Hey, you look
Must be
around the
exciting.
room. You don't see very much that belongs to Nixius, but you do see a few things. You see his servo skull upon the table. And next to it is his data pad, and beside that you see his comm bead.
Curiouser and curiouser. I'm going to go over. I'm going to prod the servo skull in the eye socket to start with.
Doesn't react at all. It seems turned off. I mean, you're not a tech master, but it looks inert.
No.
I think, I'm not sure if you recall, but at one point the servo skull was looking at Arnold funny,
Yes,
and he
do
tried to
recall.
beat it up. So Nixius and Alexa, well, I think Alexa turned it off and had a little diagnostic, and then yeah,
I'm going to
yeah, it's been turned off previously, I believe.
I'm going to pick the servo skull
After
up.
Arnold tried to beat it up.
If I had tried, I would have done a good job.
I'm going to pick the servo skull up and hold it to my ear and give it a shake.
Okay, it's it doesn't rattle or anything. It just doesn't really make much noise.
Okay? And then I'm going
So it
to go.
seems inert still.
I'm going to go interesting and put it down. Have another quick look round the room, and then
Okay.
Pick up the data pad and turn the data pad on.
There's something written upon the data pad.
Oh,
You have to read it.
yes.
James, if you'll be so kind.
Everybody be cool. This is a robbery. I'll keep this short. The ship is bent. It's probably self-aware. Probably been the ship that's been flushing people out of airlocks for shits and giggles. Alexa is up its arse. Maybe all the techies are. All the tech's compromised. I'm not hanging around or going back to that death trap and the rest of the mutant, cheese-eating, lizard-bombing freaks only to wake up as a servitor one day. I'm leaving to set up a new life in this arse end of the galaxy. I'm sorry, but if any of you fucks try to follow me, I'll execute every motherfucking last one of you. Goodbye, chaps. Best of luck. Get out while you can. P.S. Quintius, I'm swapping you the servo skull for the cat monkey. She's got personality, and personality goes a long way.
Motherfucker stole my fucking Kara! What a prick! Fucking hell! The one fucking true friend I had in this shithole fucking asshole of the galaxy, and that Prixios has nicked my fucking cat monkey! Wanker! Anyway, I quite like this servo skull. I wonder how it turns on.
Okay, you shaking it. I don't know. You have no idea. I don't think to turn this on. No, you have not got tech use, have you? So,
No, I'm gonna pocket the
You
combi.
seem to recall. Okay, yeah, you pocket the combead. You seem to remember that it's somehow linked to the data pad somehow, but you're not quite sure. But you do seem to recall that that's how Nixis used it to control it.
Okay, is it
If
an
you want to add,
Auspex
please,
skull?
a server skull. I believe it is an Auspex. Let's just have a look. But I mean, Quintus won't know, but I believe it is. I'll just have a little look. I believe it's an Auspex skull. Yes. So yes, if you want to add data pad, servo skull, and combi to your inventory, please, sir. And I shall also add the servo skull into character sheets. Where are we? Cell 53. Well, pumpkin.
I would like-
after those.
I would like that message as a ringtone. It'd be so good. Oh no, not from customer service. What was it? Oh, that was Nixius, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was Nixia.
Oh, I guess we're getting a new character then.
I haven't worked on one yet. Yeah.
Okay, so I've added now. You should be able to see pumpkin. You should be able to see pumpkin in cell 53's next to your character sheet. So hopefully you can see that, and that will have all the stats and what have you on there. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Cool.
Because Cletus' mutant mate.
Right. I'm going to carry the skull around like Hamlet carrying Yorick.
Excellent.
Nice. I like it.
And even if I get it working, I'm going to carry on doing that because I don't fully understand what it is. It's called pumpkin, isn't it? Alas, poor pumpkin. I'm going to head back into the main room where the food is, and I'm just going to stand there. I'm going to put the skull on the table. I'm just going to stand there eating bits of breakfast while reading Nixis's note over and over, and occasionally going, "Motherfucker."
Okay, so a recap. Yeah, you and Athena come in, so to speak. You're both ravenous and get some food down. The recap has gone cold though. There's now the three of you together. No sign of Alexa, who is now by this point. We're going to go back to Alexa. Actually, I'm just going to leave you guys there, and we shall. Alexa.
Well, I got to get lucky at least.
Alexa, golf cart rolls up and there is a servo skull hovering in front of you.
Okay.
The cart rolls up and the servo skull starts to hover beside you.
I'm gonna turn to look at it. Hello, mother.
Okay, 1 second. Is the one? That's not. There we go. Hello, daughter.
I've missed you, Mother. I've decided to come home.
I've
Early.
missed you too. I always knew you would return. I always knew it. I didn't doubt you. You're not like all the other ones.
I'm not, Mother. I'm here to stay.
You're here
We
to
have
stay.
we have work to do.
I love you.
I love you too, Mother. Time. Are you ready for some grandchildren?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes, I am.
Good. And she's gonna smile and smile at the servo skull, whilst it moves slowly and sinisterly down this corridor, while looking at the servo skull with what looks like with a head inclined, what would look like a smile, but she has no features that can smile. It's a glint in her eye, reflection of the red eye of the servo skull glinting in her eye.
Cool. And the servo skull itself, it's by the way, it's a small servo skull. In fact, now that you think of it, all the servo skulls on board the Malevolence are small. And its face is locked into a rictus grin, and it appears to be smiling back at you. And you know, Alexa, that Mother is with you. Okay.
It's good to be home.
Okay, Alexa, you heading back to the ship, and we're going to go back to Athena, Quintius, and Arnold, but not Nixios. So, Quintius, you've got, like I'll say the same thing to you I said to Alexa. You've still got a little time, a little money. This is your last chance to make any purchase. Or you can just head back to the ship now and leave Ridge Station behind you and fuck it off. You can just leave it all behind. There's nothing, you're not forced to stay anymore. There's nothing keeping you back. All the repairs have been done. The purchases you've made have been transferred. But if you did want to dawdle for a little while longer, you've still got a little time and a few creds.
I would.
Or wasn't there
definitely-
something else that you've forgotten? What was it?
I would definitely like to get the fuck out of here because I have a hangover. However,
This is Quintius.
we forgot to buy anything for the cook, I think.
Some proper
Yeah, I don't believe you've got any food. You've put a few. There's like some options. There's some vat-grown chicken. You've not bought that. There's some rebongo.
Quintius.
Bought that.
As like
I can't
a
say
ship's
anything now,
personnel officer,
It's Jonathan, you've split the party. You fucked off back to ship, so fuck off.
get out there. You're not there.
Right, Arnold.
I'm going to
I like you.
Sorry.
You think, what am I to do, Jonathan? Like, yeah, I really didn't want you to, but at some point, I can't just force you to stay with the group. So there we go. There you go. Off you gone. So.
Arnold, Athena. Right, let's get the fuck out of here, but we should buy some food. Quick, let's make a decision. Just the three of us. Well, I can't remember what the fucking options are.
Okay, there's a million options, by the way. There's a lot of stuff here. I'll put you back onto there's an index, and this will hopefully give you a bit of a clue. I think a lot of the stuff is on here. I'll see. Did you see that? No.
Put it on Paladin. Let me cast my sense over it because I'm pretty sensible with shit like this.
I'm still in the
Cool.
Alexis tunnel.
Can you? Sorry. Let me try this one. So you're now onto the index. So these are the big ships. Hopefully, there's stuff here. There is food stuff here. So Hammer 81, that's a squat ship. They have vat chicken.
How much is the vat chicken?
Vat chicken. Let's bring that up. I shall bring it
Right,
up.
let's just go for vat chicken and demand a discount because of squats.
Vat chicken.
How much money have we got left?
We can get a discount because we're going to go fucking save the planet.
Are you checking the? You checking the money, Quintius?
Yeah.
Okay, so you bring up the data pad. You have a bit of a hard time with it, but you get there in the end. You're not that inept with technology. You're just not that proficient with it. But you check the money, and there are 0 credits left.
Motherfucker stole the money as well. But shit, Arnold, we're in a pickle. Anyway, and I'm going to show him the data slate that he probably can't read, I imagine. And say Nixius is.
I can't read.
Oh, can you? All right. But Nixius Nixius has done one. He's bunked off. He's thrown in with the gonads. whatever your local parlance's phrase is, he's
I
left
will
and he's
show
taken
you-
the money with him, and he's taken fucking Kara.
You fucking bastard! Oh my
What
fucking
a
god!
prick! Says Athena.
Hey, I tell you what, Quincy. So, if any failures on the mission, we can all blame it on him.
That's a good point. Yes, we were. We could
A
concoct
scapegoat.
a scapegoat. Yes, we could concoct a right story about how he beat us all up. And actually, no, that wouldn't make any sense, would he? He was about as scary as
we
me.
could just say after he got arrested at the station, we bailed him out for 20,000 thrones, blame it on him, and then bid it a different yard. You can do it. You have a gift for gab.
You're right. I can lie our way out of this. Absolutely no
You
problems.
fucking certainly could, Quincy.
There'll be no repercussions for this. You mark my words.
There's nobody holding us back now, Quintius. We can do this together.
Let's go. Let's get
Me
back
and
to
you.
the ship. Let's go and
back.
let's go and be. Oh, you won't believe it. And we can't find him. He's run off with the money. I hope he hasn't run off with the purchases we made too. Let's get back to the
Quintius,
ship.
1 minute though. Have we sold everything we can?
I have absolutely no idea. He's probably nicked all that as well. The thieving fucking toe rag.
So you can check that as well. You've got the data slates with all the commodity stuff.
Oh,
So yeah,
can I check it then? Because I can
can't
read now.
Can you read?
Yeah, I
Nice.
can.
Oh, you can probably do it better than Quintus. Actually, you've got tech use as well, haven't you? Is that right?
Yeah, and I've got high intelligence.
Actually, yes, you can. Actually, Arnold, you do have a knack for this, and you kind of snatch the data slate away from him because he's going so slowly, and you actually bring it all up.
Come on,
in front of
Quintius,
him.
I've only
And you
just learned.
quickly go, and this does take you a little bit by surprise, Quintius. It's like, I didn't realise you could read. I didn't realise you're so fucking smart with tech. But he's obviously a smart one, Arnold, smarter than he gives away. So he seems to have overtaken you on his proficiency.
Oh,
with the
your
data.
lessons have done me well, Quintius.
I quickly get very, very bored as soon as Arnold takes the data slate off me. And I just start looking at Athena and giving her a knowing grin and a wink every now and then going, yeah.
Her face is a massive bruise, but she looks radiant. Arnold. So Nixius rather has cleaned out the creds, but he hasn't. All the commodities that have been purchased have already gone to the ship, and there's still a number of commodities left that you could sell. So if I have a quick look here, let's see. This is all in handouts. Trade. Where are we? The malevolence. So what have we got here then? So let me have a look. Yeah, so you've got you've sold off the ivory, sold off the furs, sold off the hide. You've still got some salt fish.
Keep that.
You have nutrient paste for sale. You have good cheese. The good cheese
But
could be
that's
sold.
food. That's food. Shit,
food.
we need all that.
You've got some. You could sell off a bit of the ship's promethium. You've sold off no slaves for sale. You've sold off Mother's Pearl. You could maybe find someone to buy. You've still got some of Reptile's art. You could maybe sell off some of that. You could maybe sell off some of your fighters, bombers, shuttles, that sort of thing. Some of
No,
ancillary
nothing
credit.
military gained. I'm
and-
saying art, then a slight bit of promethium because the dwarves might reimburse us on any of that.
And you also have a load of teeth.
Sell the
Got
teeth.
about 3,000 teeth.
Oh, I'm going to go sell that to the orcs. I have a brilliant idea, Quintius. I have a plethora of teeth.
Let's sell
I'm
the
going to go
fucking
cash
teeth.
it in. Yeah, I'm going to go cash it in for Drong so we can buy some good fucking food so the ship gets better morale.
Sell the teeth. Sell a couple of 100 tons of promethium.
I'm gonna vox into Drong straight away.
Okay, you've got the link with Drong. I'm just going to take a short break there. I'm going to get myself a cup of tea, and we shall talk shortly.
I shall do the same.
Well, okay, Quintius. Damn it! I wanted my talk. A quick game talk. Honey, this is where I show you Really loved it.
Even though Skeleton Crew's aimed at kids, in some ways it's similar to Andor, in that it's like, you know, so it's just a story in its own right.
Cool.
Okay. So what you on about when which one do you think you'll like? It's not as good as Ahsoka. What were you actually on about when I rejoined?
Oh, Skeleton Crew.
Ah, Skeleton
So it's the latest one that's kind of like the Goonies in space.
Oh, right, Arnold. You have Drong's a link with Drong's com. You've already established that. Do you remember that Drong's com is like a fucking suitcase that's attached to his head? You comms into him. What are you saying?
Battle Brother Drong.
Who's that?
Fucking Arnold, you deaf cunt.
Arnold. Got some fucking balls calling me.
Of course I have. Of course I have. Why do you think I'd call you otherwise?
I don't believe you got the nerve.
Anyway, Drong, I've got some teeth for sale.
You think I'd do any fucking business with someone who'll get in bed with the Stances? Think I'm a fucking mug? Betrayer! I thought you was good enough to captain our ship, and you chose the Stances over us! Fucking cunt!
Choose him. I did not choose him. I have to do what my other captain says. I'm only second captain.
I'll fucking kill you if I see you!
Well, fuck you, Drong. I'll fucking kill you too.
You're talking to thin air. You can tell that Drong has taken this betrayal badly. He's furious with you. Yeah, a couple of nights ago, rather the night before, you were battling side by side, fiercest allies, and now you have betrayed him, or he feels betrayed.
Yeah. Oh well.
You've got into bed with the squats, and you
I
had to
did.
pick one side or the other.
What? Yeah.
Arnold, Stormsinger, Crippler, Horse Slaughterer, Flayer, Tease Maid, Oathbreaker, Torturer, Defender, Big Knob, Betrayer.
Anybody else sell teeth, really? Shit, Quintius, who'll fucking buy these teeth?
I do believe there's someone on the station in need of some good dental work. Perhaps they'd be interested in buying some teeth.
Bravo.
Oh fucking hell! I don't know, Arnold. I don't know. Maybe we should just keep the teeth. We might encounter some more greenskins out there somewhere.
Oh, I'm gonna fucking coat my armor in the bastards now.
Or that, yes, or that.
Anyway, anything else to sell? Shit.
There's some. I mean, there's some. I mean, the art. I mean, it's tricky. You have to find a buyer who will buy art, which isn't necessarily easy. Not impossible. The other couple of things you've got saltfish, but that's you've already sold off some of that. You have nutrient paste, but that's not worth a lot. You've also got promethium, but also that's you get used by the ship as well. So the nutrient paste and the promethium are kind of ship resources that you could delve into. So they are available.
Sooner.
Shoulda, woulda, coulda.
Actually, do you know any dealers what deal with the orcs? Have a look through the ship systems and see if we can sell some teeth to them.
So you have a look through, just trying to work out whether any of the other traders will buy the teeth and then basically sell them onto the orcs via proxy. No one really advertises that as a service, but it's a bit of a niche requirement. You suspect, Arnold, that most of the traders might be willing to make such a purchase. Maybe not at the best rate, but you might be able to sell them at a knockdown rate, and then the traders sell them on for a profit. So it's possible that any of the traders would take it if there was profit in there.
All right, I'm going to go to the squats because they might take a bit of pleasure in taking a few art teeth and get some of that vat chicken for trading of
I'll
art
say any
teeth.
of the traders. I think that the only ship who won't deal with the orcs will be the squats out of all of them. That'll be the last.
Sorry, no,
They're not going to make any trade with the orcs. They
But...
hate each other. The orcs and the squats hate each other, unless that wasn't clear at this stage.
All right, the Peace Makes Plenty is the one of the dog-faced men, isn't it?
No, that's the Home Sweet Home, and they seem to hate you somewhat as well. But they might do trade. They're the ones who they've been trying to have a meeting with you all this time.
I don't cops that show. Let's go for some Rebongo from the Peace Makes Plenty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you happy with that, Quintius?
Yeah.
So the Peace Makes Plenty is a large luxury ship. It would seem to be human in crew. None of you like the Styrics either, and they don't seem to like you very much. You've done your best to avoid them. So, Peace Makes Plenty. You can head off. Quintius, you're in tow, and we'll just we'll skim through this bit a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So what are you trying to do? You're trying to sell teeth.
Yep.
Is there anything else that you would like to sell or try to sell to?
Try to sell some works of art at the same time.
Some what? Sorry.
Works of art and
Okay.
I'm going to put it all for a bit of sale in. See if it can give me a bit of money so I can buy some vat chicken with any of the proceeds.
Okay, so they're willing to buy one of the paintings. This would break up the collection. But there's one of them that takes the fancy of the captain. They are willing to buy the teeth with a view of selling them on to the orcs. Did you say there's anything else? So teeth, reptiles, painting, anything else?
A bit Prometheum if I'm willing to buy as well.
Prometheum, they're not particularly interested unless you gave them.
I just withdraw it. When the
Unless
face
you gave them
crumbles,
such a. Yeah,
nah,
I mean, they're lucky. Yeah.
nah,
So
I would rather do it with it themselves.
Yeah, if you make it tempting enough for them, they buy it. But
I'm
they
not going to do that. I'm no negotiator like Quintius.
Okay.
Um,
Okay, so I shall just come up with the cost. Just give me a few seconds while I.
Quintius, can you secure the deal for me and give a bit of a charm?
Oh, this is fine painting.
Quintius. give us a charm roll, Quintius. No, wait a sec. I'm just going to work out how much this will cost. If you give me 1 moment, please. Yeah.
Amazing. Sweeten the deal for me. Quintus is my speakeasy. I'm just a planner. Everybody needs a person to speak for them. A writer. Yeah.
Okay, Quintius, you do your thing. You chatter, you natter, you grease the palms, and yes, they seem to be getting on with you. You're that kind of guy, Quintius. They're willing to offer you for the teeth and one piece of artwork. They're willing to offer you a total of 125,000 thrones.
Very
That is
good.
the best offer. Deal
Yep.
or no deal?
Deal.
Deal. Okay. I'm just going to type this into the trade expedition.
And how much for some Rebongo?
I'm going to rewind it a little bit. So, when you headed out, you went through ship security. So before you actually get to the Peace Makes Plenty, Quintius, there are a couple people who are waiting for you by the entrance to like the bay, and you recognise them. These are a couple of people you met at a bar a few nights ago. They are refugees from the Nephilim. Would you make an intelligence test, Quintius?
Yes, I would. Hang on.
This will be at -20.
I'm fatigued. Does that include that?
Okay, so -30 then.
Well, this'll go well. Oh!
And suddenly, in a moment of clarity, Quintus, you remember their names. I like how you roll a 1 on a name remembering roll.
Yeah.
You remember their names. Their names are Beth and Darian, and you remember getting on with them quite well. They worshipped you like a hero, if you recall, and it all comes back to you. And you think these might be firm allies of yours because they are basically hero worshipping you.
Uh-huh.
And as soon as you see them, that kind of idolizing look in their eyes reappears. You gain a fate point for your good use of memory, not like just temporary fate point for the session. And you also remember that you'd offered to pay off their debt. They got stranded on the station here. They were emissaries from the refugee ship, and they got locked down when the refugee ship got put into quarantine. You've since sent the refugees off, found them a planet to go to. So you saved the refugees. You didn't murder them all, did you, James? You didn't have them all killed. And whether that was the right or wrong decision,
I stand by my recommendation.
But anyway, these are a couple of refugees who got locked on the station, and you offered to pay off the debt and take them with you, and there they are waiting as you asked, by the tunnel, and it would cost you 12,000, by the way. Actually, no, it's up to 15,000 now. It was
Okay.
12,000 when you
Cool.
first spoke. So if you want to pay these guys, if you want to get these guys on board the ship, it's going to cost you 15k of what you've just made.
All right.
So just so you know, I meant to do that when you were coming out,
Yeah. Okay.
and pass them, but I forgot.
So it's Beth and Darian, right?
F and Darian, you remember
Beth
the names perfectly.
Darian.
And
Okay,
you're
I'm
normally
gonna go. I'm going to say,
Beth.
oh, hello, it's Beth and Barry, isn't it? Yes. Oh, no, Darian, that's it. Haha, just my little joke. Terrible with names, usually. Yes, so we're about to depart. We've got a little business to take care of. Why don't you go and wait for us in the bar, and I'll be along shortly once I've paid your debt off. How's that?
And they smile, they nod, they thank you, and they head off to the bar.
Excellent.
Okay.
Come on, Arnold, let's
Are
make
you
this quick.
sorry? Are you deceiving? by the way,
Absolutely,
Beth,
I am,
Quintus?
yes.
Can I have a deceiver roll,
Fuck
please?
those guys.
This you're actually at plus 10. Well, we'll say plus 20.
Well,
It's fatigue, so plus 10 total.
Yeah.
But they lap you up.
Oof, only just.
And they believe you. Why wouldn't you pay off their debt?
Yeah, I said I would, right? Yes.
You said they would. They
Come on,
trust
Arnold. Let's get a fucking wriggle on before they come back.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
yeah.
nothing. So you just saved yourself 15 grand. So you got 125 grand left. You've sold off the teeth. Sold off a painting. There's very little to sell left. Only fucking
Shit.
dregs, really. Most of the money is gone. What would Nixius do with it, I wonder?
Steal it, I imagine, prick.
No, so what has he done with the money, I wonder, that he has taken? So
Give
yes,
it
you've got
away and then
100
steal it back, the thieving bastard.
Okay.
Do you think Nixis is still on ship?
Dun dun dun.
Who knows?
Twisty turny.
I've got an idea. We'll worry about that later.
I mean, if we don't pursue him to try and get a bit of the money back, Lucius might be pissed.
Okay, how do we start?
I don't think there's enough of us for his long-range rifle, to be fair.
I mean,
We start by saying he got away. Don't we, Quintus? We start by saying he got away. Fuck it.
he got
Let's
away.
go.
He fled
He
on
got
a
away.
very, very fast ship, and we don't know where he went.
Okay, guys. You've got 125,000 thrones. You've managed to avoid paying off the debt of these two stranded refugees. And so, what do you want to spend this last bit of money on? There's all the shops and
Chicken or
traders
his dongo?
Chicken.
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 Okay, let's just check the chicken cost.
Chicken.
Where are we? Ridge Station. This is back to the squats again. So chicken is 2,000 thrones per ton. But keep in mind with food, a ton of chicken will go pretty quick on board the ship. But yeah, 2,000 thrones a ton. There is up to 1,500 ton available. Are you spending all your ill-gotten wealth on chicken?
I think we should spell it on chicken.
Yeah, let's
happy?
spunk it all on chicken.
Let's spaff it all on chicken. That's not a comment you should not make very often in your life.
Let's spaff on the chicken.
Right.
Well,
So 2,000.
motherfucking
2,000. So we've got.
Pluck them all over the place.
Okay, because you've agreed to ally with the squats will do you a good rate on the chicken, and they will give you a total of 75 tons of vat-grown poultry.
Right, done. Chicken
Done,
ho!
done, and done.
Let's get the
All
fuck
done?
out of here, Arnold. Come on, Athena.
Okay. You
Go
all
team,
get...
go team, go team's haircut. And he puts his hand up.
Okay.
Quintius leaps up to reach Arnold's high five,
And Adam just kind of goes down a little bit.
and we end up just smashing each other in the face.
Oh no, you don't want that.
Right, let's fuck off back to the ship.
Okay. You say goodbye to Ridge Station.
Yes.
Yes.
As you
Finally.
leave.
Wait.
Yeah.
Okay. And off you
As
go.
you say, wait, the tea doesn't leave your lips while I drag you onto the little monorail.
I just need to buy another pair of pants, Arnold.
We have
Okay,
no money. Bag fuck with our chicken. Fucking hell, did you see all those suits Nixius bought and the mega spending spree went on random stuff?
Yeah,
Now
there's...
the recrimination starts.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we're just going to blame it all on Nixius, aren't we?
Yep.
I mean, Operation Let Quintus Talk.
Arnold,
Operation
Arnold.
Acting Captain.
Yeah.
Arnold, Quintius and Athena, you get into one of these small golf carts, and it slowly, ever so slowly, makes its way back to the Malevolence. And the journey back is uneventful. And you see the station growing more and more distant behind you. You can't help but feel a sigh of relief to leave this chapter in your life behind you.
What have you forgotten? When we're gonna go back?
When you reach the station, there are a number of guards waiting for you. They go and they address Quintius and they go, Jagannatha wishes to speak with you immediately.
Of course he fucking does. Where is he?
He's in the
Holiday in this place.
he's in the meeting.
Fucking meeting room. Fine.
Okay. Okay. So we are. I'm going to just pop off into another one of the voice channels briefly. I'd like to. There's a couple of you I'd like to speak with just individually, before we move on to the next step. And yeah. So and then there we go, guys. You are now done with Ridge Station.
Arm the main cannons.
Hey, pardon me.
Blow station to pieces.
Take that, Nixius, you prick.
Fucking get drunk ship straight away. Traitorous bastard.
Take them all down with me if I have to.
Okay, so just one moment. Right, so Quintius, Dave, will you please join me in the Mutants channel?
I will, yes. Hello.
Oh, let's see. So let me just check. Is that the right me? Can you hear me?
I can hear you, yes.
You can hear me, but the others can't hear me. But they can see me. Go, ooh, but can they read lips? Can they read lips?
Possibly.
I don't know. Perhaps they can. I'm gonna have to just. I'm just gonna. Okay. So what I'm going to do now, there's going to be a brief meeting, and I'm going to try and tie up to, quite a few of the bits and bobs. Now, in this particular case, I would like you, if you would be, to have access to all of your characters pretty much at once. So there's going to be. I'd like to introduce Yuri to the rest of the group.
Mm-hmm.
So this is going to be after. This is on day 4. So Yuri has done He's done his autopsy and what have you. So he's been investigating the murder. So I know it's all a bit hazy still.
Nice.
So I just wanted to check was there anything that you needed your memory recapping on. I don't know. I sent you a handout with the. Let's see if I can. Let me just remind myself. I sent you a handout which Yuri did for this day 4 bit. Let's see if I can find it.
Profile.
Yuri autopsy. I think I shared this with you. Have you read it? Just want to make sure. So,
Where is it?
yeah. So, what you did, you got Dr. Festus to check again the autopsies. You motivated him, and he pulled out some, some pretty gewgaw out of her. It'd been shoved down this girl's throat. This is the Orphean, and I think she'd had a. Where are we? Yeah. Hello.
Hello?
Yeah. So, have you seen this the handout? I sent it to you a while ago. Just want to check that you'd seen it.
Where is it?
I mean, I think I sent it to you via email, but I can.
Oh, yes. I've
Jury autopsies. This is what you did in day 4.
Yeah.
You were, like you say, you and Courtney were doing your investigation.
Yeah.
And and basically, I think it's been coming to a bit of a head. But yeah, so this is going to be one of the topics in this meeting. Is it's kind of get everyone together, talk about what's been going on and what have you, and rehash. So I just wanted to check that you're okay with everything.
Yep.
And up to speed. Also, I'm going to have Kiyoshi there. He's not, he's just there. You can always just come in with a opportunist grunt if you want. There's going to be Quintius there. Have you got any more characters, Dave? Have I missed any?
Oh,
no, we do. No,
two.
oh yeah, yeah. So that'll do then. So there's going to be those 3 there then. So, okay, so that's that. And all right, I'm going to ask to speak to another character now. And yeah, so if you pop back to the main room and if you'd ask to send James in, be so kind.
No problem.
Yeah.
James! James, would you be so kind as to join Alan in his private suite?
Sure.
Mutants!
Mutants!
Mutants! Yeah, the Oh, we're all mutants now. We are mutant sailors.
We're all mutants.
Flying through space. We are mutant sailors. Fuck you, human race.
Bring me the test subject.
Right.
Oh, so you've got mutant, Dave.
No, I haven't.
Branis must have a mutant.
I haven't got a mutant at all. That was literally just it. I think he picked that channel at random, knowing it would cause you to start discussing that I've got another new character that is a mutant. But I can assure you that is not what's happened.
I'm telling Brownie to be a mutant. It says, join me with Cletus. I'm working full time. Got a job and everything.
Right, I need to.
What do you forget to? I'd go on a murder spree? No, I'm fitting in. I'm working until the right time. That's what you do. You fit in with your strange green skin, reptile face, 4 arms, and a fucking tail. That's how you fit in.
I mean, I don't think you'll ever fit in looking like that, but
There's places and there's suits. My tail's prehensile, so one of my tricks I've been doing is wrapping it around my waist like I'm a big fat man, and put my two arms in my massive coat, and start looking like a massive fat man with a hood up. If you know what I mean, like
yeah,
that's one of my tricks. Yeah, well, you know what I mean. If you've got a coat, you can fold everything underneath it. Prince and tail, you might as well wrap it around you and look like some sort of fat dude walking around in a big coat. It's the only tip I'm giving away. Well, yeah, Cletus doesn't have to keep to his shadow, does he? Like his silhouette. He can change it, just like kind of hand puppet.
Are you just one big shadow puppet?
Honestly, I'm working, mate. Cletus is working at the moment. He's contributing to the ship. That's what he's doing.
Not
He's
for long,
contributing to the
lizard
ship.
man. Not for long. When you are outside of airlock, you will no longer work.
I'm a dirty fucking alien migrant worker. What needs to be purged?
What's this?
From another planet.
What is this? Oh,
What came on about? Honestly, I mean, like, what are you laughing about?
There was no controversy here, only darkest heresy.
No, it's the darkest of heresies.
Opinions.
I mean, took me a while to know what I want to do, Cletus, and at the moment it's just work and survive. He's in deep cover. Deep cover. Yeah. He's got to, like, sneak through places, like, get through customs and shit. Oh, fucking hell. Aren't you glad you live in North Lincolnshire when you hear about fucking crime in the UK at the moment? It just makes you go, thank fuck nobody wants to move here. God, you hear about all these knives and stabbings and shit, man. You just go, thank fuck I'm in North Lincolnshire.
Yeah.
Scunthorpe used to be a knife capital of UK in about 1999 to about 2004.
Really?
Yeah, and the most underage pregnancy town in the UK in
That's good accolade,
1998.
isn't it? That's great.
yeah. We're Scotty got
great
that one.
accolade, that one. Good for them.
Like the highest rate of underage pregnancies.
A knife crime.
Meanwhile, all my sisters were pregnant. Oh, I know. It's happening at home.
You had the statistics in front of you.
Some of my nephews already have fucking children.
Crazy.
I know, it's serious, and they're like 9 or 10.
I know.
They started
Crazy.
early too, just like the mum. Pop, pop, pop. Everybody says there's like a population decline. Not in my fucking family. We, you know, we know you gotta have kids so they get looked after in old age. You know, who's gonna look after this way? Yeah, your kids, mate. Oh, yeah. Oh, what you got there? It looks like a bag of. Look, pass me this bag. And let me show my friends without. Don't say anything. But Owen's brought me this bag back. It looks dodgy to me. Like, what is it?
Armpit fudge.
Oh, okay. Go on then. Go and close the door so you don't let out all my no heat. Bye. Love you. Yeah. Yeah, it's mental. Oh, yeah. I was worried because like I've got like loads of young nephews and nieces. It makes me look at the news a bit more. And kids. I just go, thank fuck we're in this area of the world. You know, just it seems Winston seems really safe. Apart from you get more, there's been quite a few suicides, but not like murders. There's only that knife thing with a teacher. Yeah. I mean, like, I don't know. I worry. Well, I've been a parent, so I fucking look.
Yeah, it's a worry, isn't it? The world.
Yeah, it is because you think like it's not just now; it's in the future. What's it going to be like for your kids when it won't even affect you
Oh,
or your mates or anything like that? And they're
my
younger.
kids will be living at home paying off my mortgage if I ever get one. You know what I mean? That's what it'll be. That's the way it's going now.
Shit, yeah. It's weird, isn't it? Like that. I mean, like
Yeah.
mine's done.
And I'll just be in the attic, covered in cobwebs, rocking backwards and forwards.
I'll be living down my field, I think, while renting my house out to my kids.
Staring at
Get a mortgage.
staring at an upside down crucifix.
Because of fucking.
Just
We've
creepy
just
old fucker in an attic.
taking money
that's my
everywhere else
future.
apart from in England. It's like, oh no, you gotta have higher taxes, higher interest rates, and high mortgages. Fuck you, lads. Yeah, so we pushed our mortgage to get paid. We paid it by over much because we was looking at the interest bracket. It was a couple of years ago actually. So, you know, I can't blame any sort of government this, but it was about to rise from. I think it was about to rise about 3%. So we
Hello?
paid off our mortgage in that year, so we wouldn't have to pay off like an extra few £100.
Yeah,
Just,
I don't blame you.
Hello.
Jonathan,
Yeah, so that-
join Mr. Connell. Take yourself to the mutant quarter. Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Who's that? Who's going to the mutant quarter?
Johnny.
Ah.
Oh, the mutant quarter. You're mutants! You must be! Got an S! Oh, we're all getting individual instructions, are we? How exciting. You look busy, Dave. Are you asleep?
No, I'm reading a message from my band. I've got a gig tomorrow. We're just organising stuff for it.
Where at?
Cafe Indie in town.
Oh, cool. Friday gig.
Yes.
Will you send me a few more gig dates? Because me and Liz want to get out a bit more.
That's the only one we've got booked at the minute.
Well, in the future, if you get any more.
Yeah.
Because me and Liz, as I say, we're trying to get a bit short notice for us just tomorrow. But, I mean, like, we're trying to get out a lot more, so...
Yeah. Just let the kids
'Cause I've
out in the
just got
garden
booked.
and they'll be fine.
I know. I've got to wait until, like, Owen's at least 12, though. Fucking leave him in his house by himself. Well, you can do if you're nipping out somewhere, but I mean, like just to the shop and back. But usually I just take him with me. It's just it burns him out a bit more.
Make them run
Come
everywhere.
to the shop.
What the fuck?
How old was Madeline?
You what, James?
Who's Madeline?
Isn't it Madeline McCann?
Oh yeah.
You can say how old is she? I'd use that as the benchmark.
Yeah. Don't. Yeah. Once you're like 4 or something.
Oh, probably.
Her
Yeah.
parents killed her. It's so obvious.
Yeah, almost certainly. But, you know, where's
There's
she
like
gone?
there's like so much evidence in favour of them, having killed their own daughter, and somehow they just, have breezed through it all and made a shit ton of money off their kid going missing. And every now and then they pop up in the papers, don't they? Going,
Yeah.
we've written another book. We've got a documentary deal. We just can't find her, but we got paid 300 grand. Fucking lot of shit. They probably sold the other kid off by now as well.
I wonder if social services got involved at any point.
That's the thing I never ever understood. Why were they never charged with neglect? It's fucking mind blowing.
Why do I get to join the mutant chat, Alan?
Because you're already a mutant, Hayden.
We already know you're a mutant, mate. I've got nothing to say to you, Hayden. I've got nothing to say to you. Just got to talk to everyone else, Hayden. We're all conspiring against you.
Yes, bring him down. Bring his mutant ass to justice.
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what it is, mate.
You're feeding me. You're feeding me with your hatred. I love it. I mean, like, it just makes me feel like how good I am for you all to hate me.
I love to hate you.
No. I don't honestly think that. I just think I'm a bit of a loser now.
No. Ooh. Okay, so
What are you messing about at?
okay, so we are going to go on to the next day. So you've been summoned by Jagannatha to the main meeting room. Getting a bit of reverb off someone. I'm assuming it's Johnny.
Yeah,
I don't
it's-
see any
Rubber
green.
Johnny.
Yeah, hang on.
I don't see any green lines. It's always you, Johnny. It's always you.
Muted himself.
So at the head
is.
of the table sits Jagannatha. He is flanked by 2 servo skulls and 2 Feruvians, one of which you recognise. It's Kyoshi, who seems to be standing bodyguard for Jagannatha at the minute. And there's another Feruvian there that you probably haven't met before, so you're maybe not familiar with him, but his name is Hamanatsu. Also sat down at the table already is Yarn. And we also have at the table Yuri Shevchenko. So I'm not sure if everyone, I don't think most of Cell 53 have met Yuri yet, because he was defrosted during. I'm not sure
Oh,
exactly. I'm not sure if everyone who's met Yuri, and I know Yarn has. I'm not sure if anyone else has yet.
I don't think Arnie has.
Yes. I don't think you have. So, Dave, will you give a description of Yuri to Arnold, please?
Yuri is fairly tall. He's about 6'2". He's quite imposing, broad shoulders, heavy set. Looks like he's in his 50s. Got a bit of grey going on in his hair.
You're the
Quite
same
pale
height as
skin.
me.
He's missing a couple of fingers on one hand, and his other hand is entirely augmetic. If you sit close enough, you might also hear his leg on that side of his body. His left leg and left arm are both augmetic, and so is his left eye. And other than that, he looks exactly like you would imagine a grizzled commissar would look.
Okay, great. And Arnold, would you describe yourself to Yuri? How do you look?
I'm 6'2", but very, very broad. Gruff, militant man. I'm wearing all the flak armor, what you'd expect from a normal soldier to wear, but it has been like marked, a few tribal like strikes here and there, and it's also been. You can also see a lot of bullet fire, which has happened on this, which has purposely not been repaired by Arnold. He's massively muscular. His arms are like the size of a head and a half, and his shoulders like the size of like people's heads on his arms. It looks ridiculous. It's massive.
Okay. And you've got a particular. Have you mentioned the haircut? Did you? Sorry.
My haircut is shaved up on one side with a big quiffy fringe. Big quiffy side parting. Like Quintius,
Yeah.
the guy.
Matching
So
haircuts.
that's so far away.
And
Yeah,
Quintius,
and
you want to describe
it
yourself to Yuri?
pictures you
I will
with
save
a nice
no, no, no.
describing
Sorry,
myself
sir.
to myself,
Sorry,
if you
no.
don't mind.
No. So, sorry to cut you off there, mate. So, yeah, there's a few guards here as well. There's a few guards here and there. And so Quintius, I'll put you onto a map. Would Quintius and Arnold, would you like to find yourself a seat, if you would like to, or just where you'd like to stand? Jagannatha sees you enter.
Okay.
And shortly after you enter, there is another person who joins the group, and that is Courtney Amar. Not Amor, Courtney Amar.
Yeah.
Where are you sitting, Arnie?
I'll just plug in my mouse in so I can move my guy without 2 fingers on the boards, zoom in and out. Oh, right mouse clicks and glory. Where am I? God. There we are. I'm going to sit myself next to Jan.
Yeah.
Do these chairs move, Alan, or are they bolted down?
They swivel.
Oh, brilliant.
They're bolted to the floor.
Okay. Quintus is going to try and move his and then realise that it's bolted down and go, fuck, under his breath.
Courtney, you enter the room. You've also been summoned by Jagannatha. Would you please like to describe how Courtney looks to the rest of the group?
Okay, so Courtney comes in. She's wearing a red hair, like sort of tied up. She's wearing a imperial cap with a military cap with an imperial eagle on it. She has a tight militaristic looking uniform, but it's obviously designed to be more flattering than practical. And she has an epaulette that's appeared from somewhere with an Inquisition symbol on it that she's had personally stitched by one of her qualified stitch stitchers.
By one of a stitch team.
By one of her stitch team, and she sweeps in. She says, "You stay there, boys." Just to a couple of stormtroopers that and they just nod to her, like, you know what I mean, in a serious stormtrooper way, and say nothing and just move to join the guards at the outside of the room. And she sweeps in and sits down and goes, "Anyone got an IO stick?"
Oh yeah, I have. And he lights it and starts smoking it.
Quintius will Quintius will slide his IO sticks across the table.
She raises
Courtney.
her eyebrows like that and goes,
Courtney rolls her eyes at you, Arnold.
Uh,
You're immune to such social niceties.
yeah, of course he is.
"Thank you, thank you, Captain." She goes, "Thank you, Captain."
Jagannatha says, "Smoke 'em if you got 'em." And he pulls out a cigar. He doesn't pull out a lighter, but the cigar lights.
Of course not.
Cigar lights, and he draws heavily upon the cigar.
Can you roll on the warp table for us, Alan?
Of course, I wouldn't fudge a roll. He passes.
Yuri draws his.
Don't you believe me?
Yuri draws his bolt pistol and points it at Courtney and ignites the pilot light.
Cool.
Classy. She leans in and goes.
He lights his own IO stick as well, then puts the bolt pistol away.
Okay, so it appears
Gives him a nod,
everyone is smoking but Yarn. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
The
just
room
gonna...
does fill up quite a lot of tobacco smoke quite rapidly.
Yarn's asthmatic.
I'll say to Yarn, "Do you want twos?"
No, man, me quit.
Yarn pulls out a massive spliff.
Jagannatha speaks. He looks around at each of you in turn. He draws heavily upon the cigar. And he says, "Welcome back from Ridge Station. You have done well.
Yes.
I wish to introduce you. We have brought Commissar Yuri out from cryostasis. Discipline has been growing lax on board the ship, and there have been disturbances, murmurings, betrayals. Yuri will root out this filth. He will see to restoring discipline, as he already has.
And about time too, Jagannatha.
Are you okay, Courtney?
Tune to chasing the cooks down.
Just been working long hours. That's all. You know how it is.
Good, yes. You are most industrious. And there does not seem to be a hint of sarcasm to his words. He seems... Jagannatha is genuinely warm towards Courtney. And Courtney is also his sort of an apprentice. Jagannatha has trained Courtney up in the art of pyromancy. So they are quite close. Jagannatha goes... I have had instructions from Inquisitor. Quintius, you are to continue role as acting captain.
Oh, splendid.
Yes. Commander Sharp has been informed. You are to maintain this position and lead the ship until Inquisitor is ready to resume command.
What could possibly go wrong, Mr. Bojangles?
There's a pause. I assume this will not be problem.
No problem at all. In fact, quite getting used to the whole idea of bossing people about and taking command and such and whatnot. Only wish I had some sort of, familiar type animal to perch upon my shoulder and give me a somewhat piratical air.
Jagannath.
But we're not pirates, so are we, Captain?
I said piratical air, Courtney, not pirate.
Ooh.
Tell Quinius is angry about something, Courtney. Something's clearly bothering him.
He's not bitter.
You think to yourself, he hasn't got a sausage, has he? She just thinks to herself, he hasn't got a sausage. I have.
Oh, jolly good. Okay. So yes, the Jagannath introduces himself 53 to Yuri and says, Yuri, these are the ones I have spoken to. Their rise has been most astronomical. We rely upon Cell 53 heavily. They have shown much resourcefulness and promise. It is they who recovered our primary objective on the swamp world of Orpheus 4. Is acting Captain Quintius, the warrior Arnold Stormsinger, and here is Pyromancer Courtney, along with Yarn, also known as the Shepherd of Souls, who I understand you have already been most. What's the word I'm looking for? Sorry, mate. Most close with, or no, it's not. Sorry. I've lost it. Sorry, guys.
It's fine.
Who I already
knew what you
understand
meant.
that you know. Yes, just
Yes.
you know what I mean.
I have worked with Yarn before.
Good. Oh, one thing I meant to mention, guys, is that the room is covered in symbols, runes. They've been etched into all the walls and around the perimeter of the room itself. There are also several Inquisitorial Guard who are defending the room. Jagannath continues. He says, Quintius, please tell me of your progress aboard Ridge Station. Please speak to me of your primary objectives.
Yes, right. Well, bear with me here. This is a little bit of a roller coaster of a ride.
It's Jagannath.
That's the one. Yes, I knew that, Courtney. Thank you.
She rolls her eyes again and then takes out another IO stick and lights it with her thumb.
We've made several purchases, Jagannath. Yes, including some medical supplies for Dr. Festus and some food for the King Cook, as well, along with some weaponry, which I believe includes weaponry for the interceptors, and some components for Alexis' bizarre side project. I won't pretend to understand what that's all about. It's all a little bit beyond me, truth be told. There's also been just scrolling through things here. Wait a second. Wait. We also managed to sell a large amount of our supplies and purchase a few other interesting bits and bobs. A few personal items which we don't really need to dwell upon. There has been a slight problem, however, Jagannath. A betrayal. You spoke of betrayal yourself when you introduced Commissar Urin across the table from me here. But there's been a betrayal while we were on Ridge Station, Jagannath. You're not going to like this, and I'm sure Inquisitor Lucius is going to dislike it even more. But that scoundrel, that cad that you sent along with my team in place of Yarn, I can't help feel if Yarn had been with us, this wouldn't have happened. But Nixius Roth has betrayed us, Jagannath. He made off with the money that we made. He arranged for myself and Arnold and Agnetha to receive a serious beating at the hands of some hoodlums and ne'er-do-wells, as you can see, and generally is a bit of a prick. He also stole my fucking cat monkey.
It's a fucking orc on me. Sorry, I was just going to jump in with that while he's
There was an orc. He had an orc set upon Arnold because he knew that the normal crew would be taken out by Arnold, his brawn and all that. So they set a big green screen on it. It was an absolute fucking shambles, Jagannath. It was going so
please?
well.
a deceive roll at -10 if you're so kind.
-10, is that just for my fatigue?
That's just well, that's on top of your fatigue. So
Okay.
you're still fatigued, -20. Jagannath's face. By the way, Jagannath's face is impassive as you give this tirade against Nixius.
Okay.
You can't read what he's saying at all.
2 degrees of success.
Quintius, your words, your silver tongue flows freely. He must believe you, surely. He must believe you.
I mean, it's mostly true.
Jagannath looks at you, and he again, his face is impassive, and there seems to be a long pause before he speaks. And he goes, "It is of no matter.
No matter.
Let us forget of Nixius.
Well, I think we should organise a manhunt, Jagannath. I think some more
Go
time
get
aboard Ridge
him.
Station,
This
get some of
is
the
my
troops.
will."
Well, I must say, you took
He
that a lot
is
better than I
wedded.
was expecting.
He is wedded to another path.
Right. And he also stole my cat monkey, Jagannath.
A pity.
It is. Would you have any idea where I could get another?
Carter, lovely that she was the only cat monkey on board this ship.
Right.
Her loss will be felt most keenly by Dr. Festus Bucket.
Fuck Dr. Festus. Her loss is
And
felt
she
by
kept
me.
the rats down.
Ah, well, I have another idea about that, actually, but I'll come back to that later.
The cat monkey is of no matter.
You say that now, but you wait until you're
For-
fucking balls deep in rat shit.
So yes, Jagannath, he appears to have just completely been unfazed by the betrayal of Nixius. And again, he gives nothing away upon his face. It doesn't seem to have shocked him in any way. He hasn't reacted with any surprise or anger. He just moves on and changes the subject. And he goes, "You have done well. Which station has been a success. There has been much going on the ship whilst you have been absent. There has been a murder.
Well, on the plus
Serial,
side,
the Ripper has struck again.
on the plus side, you can rule all of us out as suspects. Ha ha!
Indeed.
What's this got to do with us? Murders.
you,
Shouldn't that man with the peg leg over there be taking control?
Yes, it is Yuri's responsibility, and Courtney has also got involved. Courtney, are you with us? Oh, sorry, Johnny, are you with us, by the way, at this point? Hello, Johnny.
He's muted.
You're muted, sir. I'm just going to go and have a slash. Hopefully, Johnny will be back shortly. I think he's just taking a short break, but I was hoping he'd be here for this little bit because it's been Courtney and Yuri who have been hunting down the serial killer. So we'll just take a short break while I go for a slash, and hopefully Johnny will return in a moment.
I'm that serial killer. Fucking loves Weetabix.
I have some update regarding the serial killer.
I'll be interested now because it's not me.
That's exactly what a serial killer would say.
And that's exactly what a serial killer would say as well to incriminate someone else.
Ah, but we know it wasn't me because I wasn't on board.
Oh no, it wasn't.
We know it
Control.
wasn't. We know it wasn't Quintius because he wasn't on board when it happened, and we know it wasn't Yuri because he was still asleep.
Could have told a servitor to do it.
I have a couple of theories on who it is.
Not me anyway. I'm working.
And I'm pursuing them.
I'm a working lizardman.
You're gainfully employed lizardman.
I'm a gainfully, cop-starched employment lizardman.
Ah, Jonathan, you've returned.
I have returned.
When Alan gets back, I think we're going to be talking about the Moiders.
Ah, yeah.
have.
I'll be talking in a weird voice.
Just warning Sarah. I'm going to be
Just a warning,
talking
yeah.
in a weird voice.
Yeah.
I mean, Leanne's really used to me doing it by now.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Let's listen to you daily.
Your normal voice is weird.
Cheers.
Unless you go into characters like some days you're Thespis, other days you're somebody else.
Nobody
You
knows
can't
who I
tell.
really am.
No one knows, not even you. Yeah.
Since our neighbours moved out about 6 months ago, and the guy that owns the house has been trying to sell it. And while it's been vacant, I've not been playing down. You know, I used to play in my living room. You set everything up in my living room, just so that, because these walls are quite thin, just so the kids next door didn't have to listen to me shouting at 11 o'clock in the morning in stupid voices. But while the house has been empty, I've been playing up here in my computer room, and Leanne's often sat next to me. And every now and then I'll just look around, and she's just looking at me like this. Like, the fuck are you on about? And I'm just talking utter nonsense in a bizarre accent.
Yeah, it's a bit weird. I used to go in the garage, and I often wondered, like, when I was talking in weird voices and stuff.
What's
like
the
that,
neighbours thinking?
Yeah, I had some weirdo knocking on the garage like a while ago. Like, you know what I mean? What he's like, what are you doing? Like, I was just having a conversation
None of your
with some
fucking business,
randomer.
mate.
I know. He wanted to know. He's probably sounded good. You know what I mean? He was like, "Fucking heck, I want it on the role play action." I don't know. I don't know what it was. I don't know. It was complicated trying to explain it. Oh yeah, that was fun times, wasn't it? Yeah.
Red, welcome back.
I couldn't.
They don't want to knock on my garage. They don't want to knock on my garage door to ask me that fucking question. Fuck off. Get the fuck out of my garden. What are you doing? Listen to me, you weirdo.
Yeah.
Why are you in my bedroom?
I could have.
Too much to break your arms.
Just want to be
Oh,
friendly.
well,
Do you want me to climb in your van and slap you with your own gloves and throw your pack up away?
His yogurt was in there. He's been saving that.
too.
Destroyed. Absolutely destroyed, along with his dream.
Right. Welcome back,
dream
Alan.
Right, so yeah, I mean, I do wonder what my next door neighbour thinks of bloody some of the shit I've been coming out with tonight.
He wanted a food corner. He got a fight corner. I mean, anyway.
Yeah. So back to the game. You're around the table. Jagannatha is speaking to the group, and he said there's been some occurrences on board the ship, murders, and he goes, "We have Lizard Man running around killing, and also the Ripper. 2 killers on board ship, running around murdering. Yuri and Courtney have been trying to bring these killers to heel."
If I may, Yuri.
Please, Miss Courtney, go ahead.
So she takes the data slate out, and then is there some sort of projector type thing that we could sort of?
There's one built into the actual table itself.
Okay, so I'm gonna basically flash up a map of the ship and stuff as well. The sectors where the murders came up, that's all gonna come up. I'm gonna come up with some interviews. It's gonna cut some footage in the background, flashing up of me interviewing people. Are you a murderer? Like that, and then people sweating and sort of and going, no, I'm not a murderer. You know what I mean? And after these extensive inquiries, we've managed to narrow it down to a possible 200 people, or / creatures, residing aboard the Malevolent. It's what we hear and what we've gathered. It should be. We feel that it will be somebody who's quite charming, well dressed and well spoken, like that, and potentially have some free time on his hands and money in order to take that wine and dine our victims, or at least lure them in. So we definitely feel like we're getting closer. If any of you
or anyone you know
Is a
knows
murderer.
is a murderer and would like to get in contact with us, you can call us on this number. And the number pops up.
Crime Stoppers.
Yeah.
Heresy Stoppers.
What? Moida Stoppers. But yeah, and these are the sort of faces of suspects we've narrowed it down to, and then the faces are just going to sort of go past like that, and then in the background it's going, "Are you a murderer?" And it's like, "No," in different voices replying and stuff as well. It's like, and then we'll have one where it'll stop and be like, "This one's good. Are you a murderer?" and then it's got that person that was a bit sweaty, a bit shifty from and like, yeah, it's like. And it's like, and then it'll show you the sort of interview footage where it was determined that it wasn't the murderer on this ship, just a murderer generally. And it was like, oh, well, that's all right then. We'll let him go. And it sweeps out, and then it cuts back to the main investigation. As for Lizard Man, our searches continue to be fruitless. A couple of incidents occurred, but happily she looks at Yuri, and then she takes a notebook out and looks through her notes. And it's like, with the Lizard Man, what do we find out about that, Yuri? Right, and she's going to hand it over to you.
Jack and have a looks at you, Yuri.
Says the
Face solemn and passive.
just 1 second. Says hang on a minute. The Lizard Man is difficult to track. He has some sort of ability to stay hidden, and all attempts at following to ship have led to dead ends. If only we had a powerful psyker to perhaps help us track him. And I'm going to fix Yarn with a bit of a glare as I say that. Say, I must confess I am struggling with the hunt for the Lizard Man. I suspect he may have been harbored by some of the Orpheans. But I have had a little more luck with regards to this serial killer. And I'm going to project my murderous serial killer profile that I've created onto the projection table
Imagine
thing.
this really bad drawing of like with a stick man with claws and like a jagged mouth face, like you know what I mean? It's
Not
like,
that sort of profile.
And heretic on the front of it, on the top of it, heretic. I don't know.
He's going to say perpetrator is likely male. 20s, mid-20s to early 40s, with history of strained or abusive relationships with women. He harbors deep-seated rage and control issues, but also has fixation on beauty and appearance, leading to him leaving victims' faces intact. He feels a need to display his victims in public, which shows elements of narcissism or sadism. He may be attempting to assert dominance over women as way of coping with personal insecurities or perhaps past trauma. And at this point as well, he's going to start examining Quintius quite closely.
And as he's doing that, Courtney's going to look at him as well.
This is what's your name? Yuri.
You may call me Commissar Shevchenko.
Yuri.
Just glares at Arnie across the table.
Yeah, and he puts a big smile and says, "Have you backdated any times to looked into brothels and people with strange strangling fetishes and people with aggressive behaviour?"
Strangling? No one said anything about strangling, Mr. Stormsinger, was it?
I would say this sort of thing would sort of stem from that sort of abusive behaviour. If you start back at the source, there'd be someone who's trying to experiment with women, and then probably going to get kicked out in a legal establishment, and then end up doing his own dirty deeds in this seedy backwater. We kind of have to go reverse on this whole thing, don't you? Don't
Yeah.
you think, Yuri?
No.
We
Okay.
went. The cuts display to me. No, you'll have to excuse these images. They're quite alarming. Some of you may be disturbed. Those of a weak disposition, leave right now. And then she's going to flash up the
Quintius
most.
gets up.
Yeah, not you, Captain. Not you, Captain.
Fuck.
Flashes up. Hope you've eaten well this morning, everyone. And she's flashes up the images of like the bodies, and
Oh.
you'll see the cuts and lacerations on the victims are almost conducive with somebody with some medical knowledge. So we did pursue that avenue of inquiry. We questioned everybody in the med bay, and unfortunately, it came to naught. It may be somebody who's quite creative and good with their hands. As you can see, I mean, quite creative cuts there. As you can see, the faces have been left intact, but the bodies have been torn to pieces, essentially. So yeah, it does suggest quite an aggressive and angry person or repressed personality. Maybe somebody who's not really had much exposure to life or much freedom, and are really letting themselves go now. Perhaps a servant of some kind. I don't know.
There
Maybe
is
maybe just
one
somebody
other.
who's been granted freedom recently. Maybe somebody who's I don't know. I'm just speculating, but it's somebody who's running amok now that wasn't before, and we've got to put a stop to it.
There is one other detail, Miss Courtney, that I believe you are aware I had Dr. Festus redo the autopsies of the victims. The final victim. The autopsy was performed on this young lady by one Dr. Cobb, who I have attempted to track down and been unsuccessful in doing so. He too is Orphean, and this victim also is Orphean. Just a second. And then
I might have vetted one of these men through. Give me some more details.
McCartney's just going to look at Jagannatha and just quietly go collateral.
the murder of this particular young woman is slightly different to the others. On the previous victims, and I'm going to scroll back through Courtney's pictures of the victims, you will notice there is no harm to the face.
That's my favourite.
But this final victim, or most recent victim, look, there is bruising on face, which is not typical. And also, this last victim was stabbed many more times than the previous ones. Also, this victim is the only victim who has had hands removed. Now, the question is, why would our killer remove hands of one person but not others?
Possible access? Have we got any security measures that involve fingerprint access?
Yuri shrugs, says, "This is avenue I have not yet looked into, but she was a Orphean, so surely her access is limited." Yes, and he looks to Jagannatha.
Jagannatha nods.
One final detail. Yuri's going to reach in his pocket and produce this item, this small kind of cheap gem, I believe it is, and put it on the table.
Okay. And there is a moment of realization for Quintius, Arnold, and Jan. You've seen this gem before. It is a shiny little bit, of which there are several in Arnold's room.
And Yuri's going to say, "This was found lodged in the throat of final victim, a detail that was overlooked by Dr. Cobb, but found by Dr. Bucket on second examination."
He's underrated, that doctor. He's underrated. He's very good at what he does. And
I
he's not
can't
a
hear
word-
Hayden. Hayden, I can't hear you, mate. Are you muted? Or is it just me? I can't hear you, mate, so I'm just going to rejoin. Just give me a
It's
second.
not you, Alan. It's not working.
I can't hear. I haven't heard Hayden.
I can't hear you, Hayden, either.
Where's he gone? There he is.
Hello, Hayden. Speak to me. I can hear you now. Yes, indeed.
Coming
Okay,
on.
what was you
Right.
saying, buddy?
Arnold's going to go. One of my little tiny bits was stuck in his neck. Her neck? Jeeves. Jeeves is the only person who cleans my room.
Who is Jeeves?
Jeeves.
Hang on a second. She's going to go through the data slate.
Oh, Jeeves
Would
is my
Giles-
manservant. Wonderful chap. Does great things with creases and trousers.
He sounds perfect.
She's punched in Jeeves, like rather
Wait.
crudely.
No. You can't be
And then he-
suggesting that Jeeves is the killer. I mean,
pitchforks
he-
up.
Well,
he
it's
wouldn't-
obviously is. Who else gets to touch my bits?
you, for one.
Jeeves is on the list.
Agatha, from what I heard last night.
Well, consider I wasn't on ship when these murders happened, so it's.
No. I'm not
someone else
accusing
been
you,
touching my
Arnold.
bits.
I'm not accusing you, Arnold.
Someone
I'm
else
saying
is touching my bits.
I'm saying
Someone
someone
else
else.
is touching my bits.
Someone else could have been in our room, Arnold, and touched your bits when you weren't looking.
What goes on tour stays on tour, right?
All I'm saying, is there a way, I'm not particularly au fait with technological stuff, is there a way of detecting who's been in and out of our room besides us four, obviously? And Jeeves, because it can't be him.
Fingerprints.
Well, I mean, yeah, there's not so much a crime scene investigation with fingerprints. That's not really a thing on board the ship now.
Yeah.
So how it works, the best way is servo skulls are the main security kind of CCTV on the ship, but there's not as many servo skulls as you might like. So you can't necessarily tell everyone who's been in and out of your room, but you can narrow it down to a large degree. Plus, your room has locks on, so they would need to. Apart from you guys, they would need to break into your room. They need to have some sort of hacking or security ability to get in,
Or
some security
clearance.
clearance.
Yes.
But there's no way of seeing exactly who's been in and out of your room. It doesn't work like that.
Right. Okay. First things first, then. We need a list of everyone who has authorization to be in and out of our room. Compare that to Miss Courtney's list, right? That'll narrow
Okay,
down your
so-
200, surely, Miss Courtney, and exonerate Jeeves.
She taps in and goes, and then a picture of Jeeves just comes up on the screen.
Yes, that's him. You don't have to worry about him. He's a good egg.
Yes, but he seems to be the only person with access.
You don't know that. You haven't checked.
I just
Now,
did.
now, just hold on a second, guys. So, I'd like you, if you do want to actually check and do as he says properly, Courtney, I'm going to have to ask you for a roll, or you can try and off-source that to your your data adept who's done.
I will. Can I summon him?
You can summon him.
I'm gonna summon him
Let
in.
Jeeves do the job.
Let Jeeves do the job.
I've got just the man for that task.
Yes, you summon Nathaniel. You summon Nathaniel, but what you can do is you can look through. There isn't that many people. You've got the list of there's 8,000 crew, and they've been truncated down to about 200 people. And you can skim through there. There's not many who would have security clearance to enter your room.
Yeah.
So this will heavily reduce this number further. So there can't be that many people left. But yeah, Nathaniel is being summoned as we speak.
So we'll wait for Nathaniel. We'll wait for Nathaniel. I'm just going to hold that image there of Jeeves, and then she's just going to turn the background slightly red over his pitch slightly red.
Just dimming the lights.
Okay, very good. So yeah, Nathaniel turns up. He wasn't far away. He was just at the bridge, so it doesn't take him long to get there. He heads over, and he says, "My lady."
I need some of your technical wizardry, Nathaniel. We believe it may be. We just need to know who has access to the Acolytes' quarters that may have got in and break in and grab the said stone on the table. If you could just patch that information up for me, that'd be great.
Okay, so Nathaniel gets to work and he says, "This won't take long at all. There's not many who have clearance to your room. It's either Jeeves or Jagannatha." And he looks nervously at Jagannatha.
Ah,
says-
see? I told you it wasn't Jeeves, says Quintius.
And Courtney glares at Quintius like that with a bit of fire in her eyes. Not Jagannatha.
Jagannatha goes, "Are you saying the butler did it?"
Yes.
Bravo.
In stairwell
Takes
12.
about 5 fucking minutes
With the
to have
knife.
salted.
The candlestick.
I see.
Says
Quintius.
Arnold smugly.
Quintius is literally going to point at Jagannatha and go, see, it might not have been Jeeves. It could have been Jagannatha, couldn't it? It could have been you. You've had a problem with me since day one, Jagannatha. After that whole business with Limmerino and refusing to let me have a bit of a go at him and all that.
It was nothing personal, Quintius. You must let it go. It was simply a matter of efficiency.
Fucking hell! All right, yes, fine. I guess it makes sense to be Jeeves.
Acting Captain Quintius. What shall we do?
Right. Look, he's my manservant. I'm responsible for him being on board this ship, and that means whatever he's done, if he has done something, is my responsibility too. So I'm going to deal with this myself, but I might need some assistance.
Good.
Stands to attention, I could just smash him from behind and split him in two.
I mean, we should maybe, find out for definite it was him first, Arnold. But yes, when the time comes, feel free.
Into her earpiece. So Courtney's going to say something into her earpiece quietly, just like, suspect identified, Jeeves, locate please, and reprehend.
No, don't be fucking dim-witted, Courtney. Look, if this man is a murderous son of a bitch, what are we going to do?
He's about to be apprehended.
No, you misunderstand, Courtney. We're going to catch him in the act.
And Jagannatha seems to be watching the exchange.
Literally murdering another person. You want him to just go and murder another person?
No, I want him to try, Arnold.
Nathaniel goes, "I'm not wrong. The evidence is insurmountable."
No, you're not wrong,
as the room's locked.
You may go, Nathaniel.
No, Nathaniel, stay there. Have the room's locks been breached in any way, Nathaniel, in the time between we've been out of these murders?
I've not seen any evidence of that, unless they're very good.
Okay, back to Courtney's order then.
No, fuck that. I'm acting captain.
Jagannatha smiles back and he says, "Gentlemen, please, I must remind you that Quintius is acting captain."
Right, here's the plan. We can't just
And
go
he says
around
it with a smile on his face that is somehow slightly patronising.
Yeah, captain actor of the world.
We can't just go around
Galaxy.
accusing people and executing them on a whim. That makes us as bad as the killer. We need to get a confession.
Who said anything about execution?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the way you're whispering into your combead and sending people after my manservant. Innocent till proven guilty, young lady. Now,
the murderer? The only person it could really be, except Jagannatha.
Yes, precisely. So let me go and talk to him.
But what if someone was framing your manservant?
Exactly. Let me go and talk to him.
Sighs, but doesn't. She looks reluctant to call off the dogs. Do not let me unleash my dogs of war.
Look,
he's good with a pair of scissors and a knife.
Look, there's 2 killers aboard this ship, right? Why don't you let me go and talk to Jeeves, figure out what's going on? Arnold, would you care to join me?
Okay then.
Jagannatha says, "Killer must wait We still have matters to discuss.
Oh,
More
fucking
important
hell.
matters. This meeting is not yet adjourned, Acting Captain.
Fine, crack on then.
Well, you did
So
ask
just
what you wanted to do.
so so yes, I did what you want to do. So I did, yes. So you want to talk to him? You're right. Let's just get a few things cleared then. So at the minute, there's been a few cross purposes. So Johnny has set his squad of stormtroopers to round him up and take him into custody. Quintius wants to talk to him in person. So currently
Once he's
these
in
two things
custody.
are going ajar. Jagannath still has some things to discuss
Yeah.
in this meeting before you wander off. I'm not saying we can't do that.
Yeah.
I just want to. There's a couple of other things I want to talk about before we leave this this room and this briefing. So what about you two? Have you come in? Are you leaving your stormtroopers on with the order you've given them? Because
Yes.
I don't think Quintius doesn't know you've got a stormtrooper squad, so he can't really countermand your order unless he can convince you otherwise. He is acting captain, but we're seeing mutiny. We're seeing disorder and disrespect. What's the commissar going to do about all this? I wonder.
It's efficiency.
It's just watching the exchange at the moment.
Okay, jolly good.
There's a commissar here, Courtney, when she's whispering into a combeard.
Okay, so
Combeard.
all right, let's just slow it down a bit and let's try and work out what's happening. So when you're talking to your group, your comms again, were you trying to keep it quiet to yourself?
Yeah.
Trying to from the other
Yeah.
people?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was trying to keep it quiet.
Okay, so so other people have heard you whispering, but if they want to know exactly what you're saying, they'd have to make an awareness test. So if you do want to try and work out what Courtney's up to, so you can hear that she's whispering and that she's up to. It's fairly obvious what she's doing, but if you want to hear the words, then roll an awareness test, please.
That's Yuri.
Okay. So Yuri, you hear that Alexa is dispatched, and Yuri, you also know that she's got a squad of Inquisitorial Guard, not just stormtroopers, but Inquisitorial Guard at her beck and call. And you know that that squad is led by Major Clam. Yuri, you understand that Courtney has dispatched Major Clam to round up the serial killer. But I think that's the only one who knows exactly what's going on is Yuri. Okay. So that's where we are with it. So this is going cross purposes to what Quintius has just asked for.
Yeah, Yuri's
So
not going to say anything.
is Yuri doing anything? So Yuri's not saying anything about this then. He's just going to keep quiet. Okay. So that's going to go on. That's going to roll on. And Quintius still thinks that he's going to talk to him after this this briefing is finished. Okay.
Yes.
So we've slowed it down. We're trying to work out exactly what's happening there. Everyone happy with that? Does anyone need to jump over anything?
Oh. That's fine.
Okay, cool. So next up, Jagannath goes, we have matter of refugee ship. You kindly found them home, and you dispatched last of medicine and many food supplies to take them. There has been, and this was good for ship morale, Quintius. Now, decision must be what to do with these refugees. We have had many requests, people who wish to join them, who wish to leave the ship and start anew on this planet with the refugees. This cannot be allowed. We are already running on skeleton crew, but many of the Orpheans wish to go. What is your will, acting captain?
Have we spoken with any of the refugees themselves recently? Since
you dispatched them, no, they went on their merry way. So as far as you know, they've gone and set up a new homestead on this world.
Captain, can I have a suggestion?
Please.
Acting captain. To be honest, with all the non-working Orpheans who aren't actually working, I would just dispatch straight away, and then we don't have to pay for the food.
I mean, are you suggesting we take them to this new settlement, or we just throw them out the airlock?
Either.
I'm in agreement there. I'm wondering if maybe we could maybe visit this moon and see if any of these grateful refugees would be interested in joining the crew. There may be some skilled people.
Two options. You might be able to get a good crew swap get the best, switch off the shit Orpheans,
Exactly.
and get some better crew.
How far away is this this moon or whatever it is that we said?
It's relatively close. It's relatively close, so it wouldn't take the ship too long to head there and back.
I'd
So it wouldn't be.
say,
It wouldn't be a massive diversion. That'd be possible.
I'd say jettison some of our any unworking Orpheans, what we don't need.
I'm thinking, although I would love nothing more than
it's,
to jettison
you say-
some of
sorry,
those.
Sorry, just hold on a second. Is
I
Johnny still
don't. I
saying-
mean, onto the planet, not in space.
Oh, sorry, man. I thought I heard you. I thought you said.
Oh no,
Yeah, go on. Sorry, I do apologise, guys.
I'm talking about jettisoning them into space. But now I think about it, it might have a negative impact on morale of those left behind. But perhaps we can pop along to this moon and just check it out, see if there's anyone willing to join us. If we can take on some new crew, great. If not, we can always get rid of a few disgruntled people without, harming the morale of those who are gruntled.
I have a great idea, Quintius.
Trial by combat.
No. We can make your podium.
Oh, I love a good speech on a podium. Excellent.
And you could enroll people for a lifetime of food and adventure on the stars.
That's a brilliant idea. A rousing speech.
Aye, and then we can offload all the poor Orpheans who are starving off a ship onto these people and fuck off with good proceeds.
Exactly. Get rid of the chaff, take aboard some wheat. I like it.
Yeah.
What do you think,
Lots
Jangle?
of them.
What do you think, Jangle Medidor? Any chance of nipping to this moon?
As you wish, acting captain.
Spiffing.
I shall inform Commander Sharp immediately.
Excellent. Decision.
There's a disturbance at the doorway. The door opens, and a couple of inquisitorial guard head into the room, and ahead of them they throw Jeeves, who has been apprehended, taken into custody, and he's been brought to you immediately, as per the orders of Courtney.
Oh.
They nod at Courtney and shove Jeeves towards you.
Gives them a salute. Thank you, boys.
Is it this salute, Johnny?
Is it a Roman salute? Is it?
Roman salute.
Come on. Sir.
Is it old Courtney Musk over there?
It's a casual one. It's like a.
Come on, guys. Do you know the rules? Strict rules of Ben Darkest Heresy.
That is not politics. Come on. I don't care if Dave mentions it. I really don't care. It's not going to excite me to hatred.
No. It's just because earlier on there was mention of Courtney being dressed like a space fascist. That's the only reason I mentioned that.
Yes, Jeeves is flung down and he lands painfully.
Jeeves!
On his knee.
Gonna jump up from my chair.
He looks at me.
That happens to be Johnny's favourite fashion sense.
And then
that and tight clothing.
And as she leans forward in a chair and looks at Jeeves and goes, "Are you a murderer?"
I would like you to make an intimidation roll, please, Alexa.
I don't think.
Can
Yuri? I know you don't have it.
Can Yuri assist with this? Because I do have intimidation. I said.
I do as well. I'm really good at it.
I will let you both add a +10 for assistance.
Yuri are going to go over and intimidate him together.
Yuri's going to get out of his chair.
You can add a +20 for your combined backup.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yuri's going to get out of his chair with a bit of a creak. Draw his bolt pistol.
Is not very intimidating.
And
No, she's not.
Arnold's just going to crack his knuckles and crush whatever he's got in his hand at the time.
Yuri's going to drag Jeeves into his own chair and slam him into the chair with the bolt pistol right next to his head.
Oh.
Oh, Alexa.
Would you like to leave us, or would you like to use a fate point if you have any?
I think she has. I'm going to use a fate point. Because this feels.
You can have my fate point, Johnny. Have my fate point. Can I give Johnny my free fate point?
She's
My
My free fate point, because I've not even rolled a dice.
Unfortunate, sir.
I've got a fate point, I can't roll anything.
If you don't roll a dice all
Jeez.
game, say if you don't roll a
You
dice all
fucking
game, you may
tease.
keep it next game.
Use it to give yourself
Oh.
D5 wounds back.
even less
Yeah,
intimidating than the first time.
Okay,
Oh,
so
fuck's sake.
Courtney,
He burns down his fate point. That's it.
Jeeve gets to his feet and he looks you in the eye, Courtney, and says, "Yes, yes, I am a murderer." He looks at you, he doesn't flinch at all as he looks at you, and he knows that the game is up. He sees his face hovering in the hollow emitter with this red tinge around it. And he knows what it's about. Jeeves isn't stupid.
Quintius is going to go, no, Jeeves. Excuse him, everyone. He's not the brightest. Jeeves, you're supposed to say, no, I'm not a murderer.
I'm going to just go forward and squash his head like that.
Why'd you do it?
We're going to tango him to death.
You had everything to live for. Why'd you do it?
I'm not even
Okay.
going to listen to the explanation. I'm going to tango the bastard to death.
No.
He's just
No.
admitted to
Okay.
it.
Yuri's got hold of him.
Again,
He's not going
guys.
to let you do that.
No.
Oh, guys, you're squabbling a bit too much. It's a bit like, so if we're gonna, we might need to roll initiative if we do, if you want to carry on. But if you're all asking different
All
things,
right,
then-
all right. Well, for the other two are opposed, so I'm going to go back on that. I'm going to go back on that.
might need to slow it down if we need to. So you're not going to try and kill him.
Yeah, I'm not. The other two are quite
Like,
opposed.
just, when it gets a bit,
I did feel
it's a bit
Arnold
energetic. let's
wanted
slow it
to,
down a sec.
but if that's opposing to my group, I'm going to hold myself back.
It's still
group is
questions.
chaos. So, Courtney, you say, "Why'd you do it?" And Jeeves looks at you and says, "Spent my whole life a slave, trained since I was a boy. Be what? A manservant to clean your room, to clean up your murderous stains, to do your laundry. What sort of a life is that? You ask why I kill? Because I can. Because I felt good. I'd do it again. Do it again in a minute. This is no life. No life at all.
Teddy. If he's going to look at him and go, Teddy.
There's no fear in his eyes. There's no fear in his eyes. He looks at you. In fact, you can tell that if he had the chance, he would kill you too.
Yeah.
There's something dead. There's something dead and soulless in his eyes right now. The mask has slipped from Jeeves.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Quinn.
Now you see the Ripper.
I'm sorry, Captain. But fortunately, you're going to have to find yourself a new tailor.
And she's going to click her fingers, and the stormtroopers are going to come in and take him away. Take him away.
Wait. I'm gonna walk round to.
After watches the chaos and the squabbling with amusement, with a big
Going to put a hand
smile
up
on
to
his
stop the stormtroopers before they drag him out.
I'm gonna walk round to Jeeves and stand toe to toe with him. Is he taller than Quintius?
I believe he's quite tall. I'll just double check.
If he does, Quintius will stand on tippy toes.
Okay. Yes, I believe he is quite tall. Have a quick look. He is 1.75 meters, whatever that means.
That's taller than
quite
Quintius,
tall.
I think. Quintius is going to stand.
It's well under 6 foot.
He's going to
Oh, yeah,
stand.
5'7". He's 5'7".
That's under 6 foot. 6 foot is 183. 183.
182, 6 foot.
Yeah.
181. Got your number.
He's going to stand nose to nose with Jeeves, and he's going to say,
What did that come from?
I released you from slavery, Jeeves. I gave you not just service, but a job with payment. I offered you your freedom. I promised you your freedom, and you repay me by wandering around this ship I call home, murdering innocent women. And all you can say is, you do it again.
He touches the slave collar that's still intact around his neck. Is that right? I'm not.
Yeah, I didn't release it.
Yeah, and he says, "You've released me from nothing. You've given me no life. I'm still a slave. I'll always be a slave."
No, Jeeves, you won't. Then he's going to dismiss him with a wave of the hand and walk back round the table and sit down.
Okay. It's Courtney's guards. You're going to what? Drag him off to the cells? Or
Yeah,
what?
drag him. One of them's going to punch him in the stomach. He's going to nod at him, and one of them's going to punch him in the stomach and just like take him out.
Okay.
Acting captain.
Yeah.
Acting captain.
Yes, Arnold.
I can. Do you mind if I go kill him with a few of my bits in about 5-10 minutes?
I do mind, as a matter of fact.
No, we need to make it quite public so that
Like
everyone on the
tiny
ship
bits,
that
like
murderers
like
will
he
not
did for the
tolerate.
women. I'm sure I'm not as artistry as this man, but I'd like to inflict some of the damage he did back to others.
Alexis,
Pleasure.
Alexis,
Can
go.
Jan do something?
Just
Sorry?
hold on a sec. Yes, yes, Jan, you can do something. And what would you like to do, Jan?
I would like to crush him.
Yes! Go, Jan! Thank you! Thank you, Jan!
Judge, jury, and executioner. I would like you to roll, James.
Oh,
Thank
she can
you.
sense Courtney can sense the militant power in the room, and she's going to go, stand back, boys, stand back.
So Jan has been completely silent during this whole exchange, but he's been listening, he's been watching, he's been taking it all in. He's been observing you all, but he has said nothing. But now, you all feel that familiar sense of the energy, the psychic energy in the room building up.
Yes.
And Jan,
God's sake.
perils of...
Demon host! Demon
There we
host!
go.
and Jan, would you want to roll damage?
I don't even. Hang on, what does this do?
Well, no, let's
Detail.
go. Just forget about it. I mean, we could do that just for sake of completion, but I shall just describe it as Jan. So he's been watching, he's been observing, but now Jan acts, and he acts as executioner once again. As
Yeah,
he
I'll
has
look
before.
him dead in the eye as he does it, and he'll go, I release.
And Jeeves hovers up, and the two Inquisitor guard, they step back and they move back away from him, sensing that they're in danger. And Jeeves hovers up into the air, and then crack goes one leg, crack goes the other leg, and then both arms at once, then the neck, and then he kind of sort of crumples all his limbs at the wrong angles and crushes together into this disgusting, compacted ball of a human being. And all the blood kind of compresses in as well. Then it all drops suddenly to the floor. And his slave collar is still intact, does not detonate, and just kind of spins slightly, and it all comes to a rest. And there's
You've got to show me that.
horrible
You've got
smell.
to show me that trick.
You say the slave collar's come off.
It's come off, yeah, because the whole thing's just kind of crumpled. It's kind of just come away, but it's not detonated. So it's he's basically been turned into a mash, and then as the spell drops, it kind of just comes apart, and he's just got this ruined body on the floor. Judge, jury, and executioner, Jeeves, the Ripper, is dead, and the ship now is slightly safer, slightly.
Quintius is going to get up out of his chair, walk round to Jeeves, pick up the slave collar, look down at the ruined Jeeves and go, there you go, you're free now. And then I'm just going to walk out the briefing room.
Okay. You walk towards the door, and the door opens at the same time, Quintius. And it's Dr. Festus Bucket.
Oh,
He
fucking
runs
great.
in. He looks panicked. And he says, please, you've got to help. You've got to help. It's the tentaculate. It's becoming aware. It's waking. It's waking. It's in my mind.
Out the airlock.
And that is where we shall leave today's game.
Oh, nice.
That was incredible timing. That was amazing.
Oh, thank you, guys. I'm glad you enjoyed that one. That was, it's nice to bring everything together. And I'm glad to put Ridge Station behind us as well. It was like a bit of an experimental section. It didn't work quite as well as I'd hoped, and I could tell that, not everyone was enjoying it as much. I know Johnny's particularly not enjoying Ridge Station much as we might like, but we're back on the ship now, and hopefully we'll get back on track.
I enjoyed that session.
Even plans I want to see come into fruition. I mean, good plans for the benefit of the mankind.
So how long did you guys know that Jeeves was it? I mean, I thought it was always.
I suspected it.
obvious, but
Dave
you
suspected it for a very long time, but
very long
Quintius
time, yeah.
obviously didn't know, and Yuri didn't even know Jeeves existed.
Well, I couldn't say
Well,
anything. I couldn't say anything because I've not been following your case. But as soon as I just heard that bit of evidence, I was like, Jeeves. You know what I mean? And I could comment because as Arnold for the first time.
Well, you see, the thing
instead
is,
of like being a lizard man.
from the very moment that I did the whole behind the back deal to get Jeeves on the ship when none of you knew he was coming, from that very moment I knew that it was going to come back to bite me in the ass. I absolutely knew Alan would pull some shit like this because it's what I would do. And then, I was just waiting for it. And then as soon as the murder started, I was like, it can't be Jeeves. And then as time went on, I was like, I'm pretty fucking sure it's Jeeves. There was no evidence, but I generally thought it was him.
You know, he comes and gives you a gift.
I know. That's what a good GM does.
Like, there's a curse written on there.
Yeah. Give it away.
I mean, you could have kept Jeeves. There's nothing forcing you to get rid of Jeeves. You guys could have kept him. You call yourself baddies.
I mean, at any point, Quintus could have got rid of him. There was various ways I could have got rid of him, but I chose not to for the lulz. I knew that something like this would happen. Like
that was good. I'd say that come together quite nice. I didn't know whether you'd make the connection, this game with Jeeves or whether it would carry on. So it's nice that it came together just at that moment.
Well,
really
we got out Rick's station and solved the murder.
Yeah, one of them. We've got another murder in the cache.
Caught one of the killers.
You've just reminded me as well, like when you said about Alan giving you gifts.
You don't need to worry about that. That guy's working hard for a living. He's working. He's out there earning his cups, getting his cop paste. He loves his cop paste.
I think you said cock paste for a minute. I was like, what's cock paste?
I mean, like, what the paste is that to you?
Right, I'm going to go because I've got to pick Leanne up in 5 minutes. I'll catch you later.
It's the game, guys. I've really enjoyed tonight. It's been good to get back into it.
It has, yeah.
Pleasure. That's been a pleasure.
Enjoy Antwerp, Alan.
Cool, sorry.
Said enjoy Antwerp, Alan. We'll see you soon.
Oh yeah, I shall do my best.
Oh yeah, have a good time.
I'll be away next week. Well, it's been partly work and partly fun, so
Cool.
yeah, it's always nice to be out. It certainly personally beats Scunthorpe, that's for sure.
Yeah, most things
a week
do.
After we can play yours if you want, mate.
Yeah. That's what I was after. So week after we will do Operation for fucking whatever Marsh fought, I think.